What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to Tuesday Night Gordita. Tuesday Night Gordita. You ain't here with the Bruce Wayne. It is the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy, but you can call me CGA, see God Allah, and I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you lined up today. Today we're going to watch a video of NFL players who have lost all of their fortune to girls. That's according to the YouTube video that we're going to review. YouTube players who went broke because of girls. And the reason why we're bringing this up is because one, Travis Hunter is dealing with the interesting situation. We're going to hear from comedian Godfrey regarding this situation, and we're going to go through the most expensive divorces that cost these athletes a fortune right here, featuring Tiger Woods and many other athletes. Precarious situations. Athletes and women don't mix. I don't know why anybody doesn't tell these young athletes to not get married. But to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams, and that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking a link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne in this ish.
New world order.
All right, now that you guys know, you guys didn't know what the Bruce Wayne method was. The Bruce Wayne, it is real, and it is a solution. Coach doesn't have solutions. All right, we got that coming up. And Straggle and Sniggle Theater, and it's an evil world we live in. Let's see if there's any earlier contributors to today's show. Thank you for being here. And do we have B. Brian Blair Taylor in the building? He says this is earlier from today. Okay, that was earlier in today's stream. I didn't clear the deck. Shout out to Khalid Cooper in the building. Thank you for that early support. Appreciate you over there on the Cash Is app. All right, did you guys hear about the guy that the politician, they were trying to trace his Cash Apps, trying to chase where he was paying his hoes? All right, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. Anyway, we got a great show for you lined up today. Let's get right into it. Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's get the banner up here because we getting right into it. Straggle and Sniggle Theater, the banner is up. A man pop the balloon, more pop the balloon. How many people are doing pop the balloon out here? All right, pop the balloon show right here. A woman is appearing. There she is with the leopard MK Ultra leopard print right here. And they have the other curvaceous, short, little stacked sister right there. And both of them are wigging. Iggy going wiggy. They both have excellent wigs on. All right, the other girl's wig, the MK Ultra Sex Kitten wig, is a little dry. All right, but they're on a pop the balloon. And let's see the reaction as soon as she starts talking about what type of man she wants in a relationship. Let's go ahead and roll the film.
Everybody, what you're looking for in a partner? A great vibe, a good person with morals, and who is financially stable. And I know you're broke, but anyways, and also so many broke people. I know it happens.
Oh,
but also just someone who can laugh with and Can you explain to everybody what you're looking for in a partner?
all right. And so there's the partner
New world
Duke
order.
Shooter information right now. Of course, a partner. It says as soon as she starts talking about money, the men start popping their balloon. All she said was economically what? Economically stable? We're going to have to read the comments there. There's the ninjas right there. And, of course, ninjas are definitely going to ninja.
I wish a nigga would.
All right. What are you looking for in a partner? All right. Look at my brothers here. Okay. None of these brothers look like Pookies. I mean, some of them look, interesting. All right. These are some good brothers right here. Black brother. And she said the first guy popped the balloon, called him broke, and the rest of them popped the balloon.
A great vibe, a good.
All right, the sister in the black, I could take that short stacks right there. I don't do wigs, but the short stack sister right there is giving. All right, I don't mind the flat back either that much. But I know she ugly up under that wig.
Person with morals and who is financially stable.
Financially stable. Which one popped the balloon? All right, so he popped the balloon right there. All right, he looking like Clinton Portis right there. $2 Clinton Portis popped his balloon. Economically stable. All right, that wasn't good enough. All right, and Pookie next. We do have a Pookie here. All right, does like ninjas. We need to change our costumes up just a little bit. Our swag is not swagging. All right, so Pookie Clinton Portis definitely popped his balloon.
And I know you're broke, but
damn. I know you broke. Hey, the sister in the brown dress, the black dress though. All right, the sister in the black dress. I'm feeling her face. All right, I want to put something on her face. All right, so she said it's giving broke. Is that fair?
Anyways, and also.
Oh no, so she's like so many broke ninjas. All right, you know ninjas want 50-50 relationships, so this shouldn't be surprised at all. Look at these brothers right here. They like, hey, it's over. All right, Pookie even about to pop his balloon. Glocktavius is standing next to them in the NyQuil or the Pepto-Bismol uniform. All right, he's like, I'm going to wear this Pepto-Bismol.
Any broke people, I know.
All right, and sister right here, though. I got to have that sister. I want to put hands on hips. The sister in the black is the one, all right? If she's around, let me know. All right, whoever the sister is in the black, the chocolate one right there. All right, let me know where she at, because I will put hands on hips. All right, but these broke ninjas done gone crazy out here. All she said was economically stable.
It happens. But also just...
All right, sister looking at the balloons on the floor.
You know, someone who can laugh with and have a good time with.
You're going to be single. And that one in the brown MK Ultra dress, she's not... You could tell she ugly up under that. I'm going to tell you, she not that attractive. New but I still will fold like a love letter from the second grade. But we need to talk about that sister in the black number. All right, the form-fitting-ish. All right, that's what I want to know. But the brokies are not giving. Apparently, the comment section is giving here. This one says she sounds like a drunk Kamala. She does sound like drunk Kamala a little bit. And the guys are upset, calling someone broke, but you're looking for someone with money. She didn't say with money. I have to be fair. She didn't say with money. She said economically stable, if I'm not mistaken.
Can you explain to everybody what you're looking for in a partner?
A great vibe, a good person with morals, and who is financially stable.
She said financially stable. Again, ninjas is going crazy. They calling her a gold digger. It says these gold digging women need to understand that men have seen and heard enough of this. They aren't broke. They just don't need a gold digging woman. All right, so I agree with him too. I do understand what he's saying here because all of the women want economically stable. She didn't say rich. All right, she didn't say rich. She said economically stable. All right, but he called her a gold digger. Okay, this one said, oh, my Lord, I can't read all of this. Extra, all caps. Why would they pop the balloon for her wanting a financially stable man when men want women who go 50-50? Okay, all right. You see what happens when you type all caps? That's annoying as fuck. All right, nobody wants to read that shit. All right, I can't even read it. All right, why is the first thing these women say is a man is broke? Because they don't want to deal with the BS. All right. So she's looking for someone financially stable. It doesn't mean a person is broke. Yeah, she was dead ass wrong. So, yeah, so she was dead wrong for calling him broke after she said economically stable and he popped the balloon. I thought there was more comments than this. Let me go down. I want to see some more comments on this. All right, did she get stabled? Okay. This one says there's nothing wrong with a woman who wants a man who is financially stable. In a lot of cases, it just means that he works, has good credit, and responsible financially. It doesn't mean that she wants him to give her money. Yeah, in this situation, man, I'm gonna tell you, men who are triggered by economically stable, I mean, y'all behind the eight ball. I think calling men broke afterwards does intended to mean that these men or broke, economically stable and broke, it's giving here. All right. But the black race is cooked. I mean, the ninjas, y'all cooked.
Ninjas. As if we didn't have enough problems in this city.
All right. So black folks are cooked. All right. Y'all can't even get out the blocks in the relationship. Y'all can't even get out the blocks and figure out what financially stable. Oh, this one says right here, wanting someone who is financially stable is not a gold digger. She's setting boundaries. An unstable partner is unstable. So, man, this is a sad case for the black community to get together and y'all save y'all community. Y'all can't even determine what's financially stable and gold digging. All right, gold digging. All right, anyway. Sister with the black dress, contact me ASAPidly. All right, I think we should do something right here. Yeah, and she did reveal her character by the first pop, calling him broke. So, I mean, good luck out there for dating, man. I mean, I don't date no more, so I don't get it. All right, here we go right here. Detroit Cavy in the building. Shout out to Detroit Cavy. Straggle and Sniggle Theater Press is on. This guy right here is going to give us an indication of how he taught his daughter about money. All right, here we go.
My daughter went to go move with her mom permanently. She said, Dad, I love you, but I want to go live with my mom. I'm like, baby, what's wrong? She said, nothing. I just feel like you way too strict. I'm like, you 8 years old. Like, it's just certain stuff you can't do. She said, I get that, but I want to go live with my mom. I'm like, baby, your mom don't have the finances to take care of you, which is why you live with me. She said, Dad, money ain't everything. I'm like, well, what is then? She said, freedom. Say less. I let her go live with her mama. A week later, she called me. She said, Dad, I'm hungry. Can you send me something to eat or bring me some food? I said, no. Have your mama do it. She said, my mom said she don't have money to buy groceries or food. I'm like, oh, you mean to tell me you can't buy groceries with your freedom? She said, no. I said, well, I guess money is kind of important, ain't it? She said, Daddy, I understand now. I said, no, you don't. So I FaceTimed her and propped the phone up at the dinner table and let her watch me and her siblings enjoy dinner while she sat there hungry.
That's a proper father right there. Give that father a round of applause, all right? Shout out to Dad, all right? Shout out to Dad right here. Dad.
I'm Peppy.
All right, shout out to Dad. That's how dads teach women about money, all right? You're going to have to hurt. Bitch, you're going to be hungry at the end of the day right there.
I'm always hungry.
Yeah, man. You got to teach the girls. You know, girls be like, well, you're too strict. They run away from the strictness, all right? And they go over there. Money ain't everything. All right. Well, okay, money ain't everything. Okay, go on over there. Now you at your mama's house hungry.
I'm always hungry.
All right. Shout out to Pops right there. That's a real dad right there. America's favorite dad right there. Shout out to the real daddies out here. Teach them tough love. Teach them the hard way. All right. We going to learn practicality. You going to learn what a starving belly is. You want to go live with your mama? Well, your mama's broke. All right. So, money don't matter. I don't care about your little money. I don't care about your little money. You can't control me with your little money. Yeah, go over there with your mama and be hungry. All right, that's what it is.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
You know, sometimes they got to feel it. They got to feel it to understand it. They don't understand it when they ain't feeling it. Oh, you want freedom? Go on over there. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, you hungry, huh? Yeah. All right, we going to eat in front of you, and we going to Disneyland. And we buying kids cars on their 16th birthday, not yours. Yeah. You know what I mean? But listen, sometimes kids don't know until they're put in that situation. And a lot of times we protect our young daughters and our young sons from the pain. Oh, no. All right. Show them she got a deadbeat ass mammy. Deadbeat ass mammy. All right. Your stomach growling, ain't it? All right. You got hunger cramps. Food insecurity. You gonna come back to us, right?
I'm always hungry.
Yeah, you gonna be hungry like a mother. Hungry hippos. I approve of that message. Shout out to Detroit Cavy. I approve of that message. Look, the women in the comment section hurt. All right, bitches hurt when accountability show up. It says right here, that was a good teachable moment. He taught her the valuable lesson. She could be hungry today so that she can be full in the future. This one says, a woman says, sometimes you got to show them better than you can tell them. All right. This woman says, the hands up. It says, I always let my kids experience it so they know I'm not just talking. All right, this woman says she's 8, not 18. Let's be for real. Send that child some food for, like, what? No. All right, you taught her. It says you only taught her to not like you. Hey, men don't care about people liking them. Only bitch made and just care about, do you like this person, coach? I thought you liked this person. We don't teach about like. We teach about what's real. All right, you already taught her to like you. Someone hungry, you fed them, not teach them a lesson. Huh? What that mean?
What that mean?
All right, you, shame on you. So how much freedom do you need as an 8-year-old? This is a life lesson. Better to learn the lesson now. Life will not be kind. And this is why fathers are important. No coddling, just straight discipline. These are women. And this guy says valuable lesson. Hey, we teach it out here. We not coddling old punk ass kids. All right, we not coddling you. Oh, you want to learn? Go learn. All right, go learn how cold it is outside. All right, I'm going to run away. Go on outside then. All right, let the coyotes get you. All right, let the strangers get you and let P. Diddy get you and see what happens. All right, yeah. All right, teach these kids, man, tough love. Y'all be coddling these kids way too much. They ain't going nowhere. Right here. They ain't going nowhere. Teach them. Okay, go ahead. They too young to learn. No, you can learn at 5 years old, 3 and 2. Go on out there. You hungry? You hungry, ain't you?
I'm always hungry.
You gonna learn today around here. We teach tough love. Let P. Diddy get on you. He getting on the 13-year-olds, apparently. Go on outside. Here we go right here. All right, Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a woman says this about her. She got the herp derp, man. Y'all better go get your STIs, man. Get your STI check. She says, if you want me, but scared of my herpes. Oh, the humanity. Oh, no. How far can this go? I don't think I need to hear the music. If you want me, but scared of my herpes. If you want me, but refuse to swallow me up because I tested positive for herpes. If you want to be with me, but don't want me to tell anyone that I have herpes. She says right here, a moral of the story, don't settle. Your person not going to give a F that you tested positive for herpes.
I'm always hungry.
Oh, man. This is what you have to tell your grandparents what's going on in the dating marketplace. When they ask you why you're not married, why you're not dating, why you went MGTOW, why you went passport, bro, why you a free agent, when they tell you why you took the red pill, right here, when they tell you why dating is FUBAR, and of course the community, 50% of black women have herpes. All right. When they tell you it's bad out here, you be trying to tell them, hey, it's bad out here. All right, how bad can it be? Show them this video. Show them this video. We are now getting to the point where we're excusing herpes at this particular point. All right, you got to be careful who y'all doing hookup culture with. We out here excusing herpes from Glocktavius and Keandre. All right, now we're out here wanting to get swallowed up, and we're just out here excusing herpes. I mean, this is what we're doing here on Al Gore's internet. All right, this one says, no, take this the F down. Some people are just too comfortable on the internet. Yeah, I don't think we ready for this at all. I don't think this is going to be high pro.
Y'all ready for this?
White supremacy is laughing at this point, although they got herpes over there too. But yeah. We getting way too comfortable. All right, you got to go like this. You got to hear this and be like, oh.
What the hell? Oh, my God. No way.
Nothing counts. Body counts don't matter no more. Neither does herpes. Apparently, herpes, it's good. Swallow me up. And there she is jiggling her punani right in front of everybody right there. Overlook it because they know you guys are weak for booty tail. And there's her saggy waggies. All right, you guys are weak for body yaddy yaddy. And so guess what? She's like, yeah, you still gonna smash. All right, come in here raw. She wants you to hit it raw for sure.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
All right, that's what she wants you to do. Hit it, Roski. All right, man, this is bad news. All right, it's tough out here, gentlemen. For the people that are single, stay single. All right, these thought pockets out here going crazy. All right, let me back it up just a little bit so I can stay in the camera purview. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. A woman designs a dress using condoms from the guys she slept with. Yes. Hey, man. And there's a red condom in there. Did somebody bleed? We got a bleeder. All right, somebody bled in that condom. I don't know what's going on. Yep, let's play it.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. Oh my. I mean, guys, send it at this point. Oh no. Yeah, we need to send it again. All right, so you're reading this right. According to this lady right here, she's wearing a dress designed using condoms from guys she slept with. I mean, it's... Hey,
yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
The black community, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm done. There's nothing I can do anymore. All right, I'm done with the man community at this point. I'm in it for the free agent lifestyle. It's free agent lifestyle. We too far gone. And I know she probably ain't she ain't in America. I don't give a fuck. All right, she black. All right, looking like y'all niggas. All right, I'm done. I'm in it for the free agent lifestyle. I can't defend nobody. I can't defend anybody at this point. All right. I mean, how many guys are we talking about here? I mean, we just had the herpes thing going on here. Now we got this. All right. Use condoms. Is the nut still in there? How many guys is this? Because this is a lot of condoms. All right. This is a lot of, oh, Jesus. I mean, I'm disgusted.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, man. It's time to. This is getting bad. That's Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater out. I don't know what to tell y'all anymore. I do know what to tell y'all. Live the free agent lifestyle. Stop with these people. All right, stop trying to have a meeting of the minds with these people. These people are sick out here. Shout out to Angry Little Dude says, Sensei, you subsided my anger. Your knowledge is unmatched. Shout out to you, man. And congratulations to get through the angry phase. And I remember you have a very healthy child support payment that you're paying per month. That will piss somebody off. So stay vigilant, stay free, stay in a healthy mindset, and always be a free agent out here. It's a crazy world we're living in. As a matter of fact, it's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
Let's get it. It's an evil world we live in. Let's jump in here. Evil world we live in. All right, we have a woman talking about deadbeat mamas. All right, bitter baby mamas. Let's hear what this white woman got to say.
Bitter baby mamas, you all have one thing in common. One thing in common. And it's this. It's that you don't really know what it's like to be a single mom. No, you don't. You're bitter and you don't eat. It's the ones who really are single that are not bitter. They're not. They're humbled. They're humbled by all the responsibility that is on their shoulders 24/7 with zero assistance, with zero relief in time. Okay? Those are the ones who aren't bitter, and they're the ones who should be bitter. The bitter ones have the most support, the most help, the most consistency, and they'd be so bitter. I cannot. Like, why is it this way? Do you not know real people who really have to do things really on their for real own? Do you not know anybody like that? Who really does have a baby dad? Who really doesn't do anything at all for the child consistently? Because it seems wild to me that somebody who had support, who has a loving, involved parent would be as bitter as some of y'all are. So.
All right, so she going in on the bitter baby moms, and she's right. If you guys know, if you guys really know, most of the bitter baby moms are the ones whose fathers are fighting for custody. All right, the fathers that are fighting for custody are the most bitter baby moms. They be bitter and angry and cantankerous. They be out here with lawyers, meetings, and the dad's simply just trying to show up. Now, the women that don't have no support, they just go about their lives, all right? They don't have anybody they're fighting for custody. The dad already gone, and so they're not bitter. But so she's right. The bitterest baby moms are the ones that have the father involved, that the father wants to pick up on custody schedule, that the father be at the baseball, t-ball game, the father be coaching the soccer team, the father be at the kids' school. All right, those be the bitterest baby moms. She is dead right. All right, again, now some people are dead wrong. She's right. The worst baby mamas I know, the worst so-called single mothers I know are single women that have the dad involved, right? 25% custody, 50% custody, fighting for full custody, paying child support, can't pay child support because he too busy, got custody on his weeks on. She's right. Some of the most bitter baby moms are the ones that have a dad that is fighting for custody, right? The ones that the dad done ran off and left, and he left us. All right, those moms just, they don't have nobody to bitter with. They don't have anybody to be bitter towards. They're like, good, all right, he gone. I don't have to mess with him, and I know what to expect. It's the dads that are trying to be involved right here. All right, and so those are the most bitterest ones. She's right. So if you guys don't know about that, that's true. And here's another one right here. The women are talking. Those who are bitter surround themselves with enablers to their behavior. I said what I said. Facts. Facts. It's the ones that are bitter. They always got enablers. Mother-in-laws, teachers, coaches, daycare. All right. People that'll listen to them, and they play the single mom and don't even be a single mom. They don't be a single mom at all. So, hey, look, this is a woman. This is a woman that said that. Those who are bitter surround themselves with enablers to their behavior. And they got cousins and uncles and aunts that literally support them doing the worst shit to their children. That is an absolute fact. All right. And the dad just trying to be involved. And this was right here said, exactly, thank you to deadbeat dad gets chased down and begged to see and spend time with their kids. But bitter baby moms refuse to let the good ones see theirs. Shaking my head, the irony to have the nerve to claim that they're single moms when if they choose to be classified as such, it would be by choice. In fact, we've distinguished these type of mothers as not single mothers. These are not single mothers. A woman that has an active co-parent in their life are not single mothers. Yes, you're single in relationship status, and you're also a mother by parental status, but you're not actually a single mother. So any woman that claims she's a single mother and shares split custody, she's actually not a single mother. She's actually a co-parent. That's it. All right. So when people talk about dating single mothers, we have to be very clear of what a single mother is. In my opinion, a single mother is a woman that had a child out of wedlock. Okay. So they were never married. The kid was produced, and you somewhat have no relationship with the father. The father left, you moved the kid. That's a single mother. A divorced parent is a co-parent. All right. All you are is a co-parent. You're not a single mother. So I'm a single mother. No, you're not. You're a co-parent. All right. And so you have custody on, custody off. Right. I'm not a single father if I have split custody. All right. You're not a single father if you have split custody. You're a co-parent if you have split custody. So these are two different groups of people. You're just divorced, and you're a bitter divorced bitch. All right, that's what you are. You just a bitter divorced bitch, and you ain't got no future. So you're not a single mother. Okay, then you have the widow. So a widow, by definition, is not a single mother. By definition of those two, a widower is not a single mother, because some dumb jackass rookie, okay, I won't call him a jackass, no name calling. Some new guy will say, well, what if she's a widower and the dad died? That's obviously not a single mother. by definition of what we call the Urban Dictionary, common culture, that woman doesn't qualify as a single mother. Yes, she is single by relationship status. She is a mother without a father, but it's obvious when people say don't date single mothers, we're not talking about widowers. A woman that had a father die is not the same as don't date single mothers. She's just a person that has majority custody of her kid by virtue of the fact that the other parent died. That's not a single mother. All right, that's not a single mother. That's not the ones we're telling you to avoid. Now, should you date her? We're not telling you to date her either. You could do whatever the hell you want. You still have to take some responsibility for the child if you date her seriously and move in. But when we're talking about single mothers, we're talking about people who have been irresponsible and chose to mate and procreate outside of the institution of marriage. And then in that. Okay, so widowers are not single mothers. Now, they can be classified as a single mother, but they're completely different in the mindset of don't date single mothers. Widowers don't really count. And sometimes divorcees don't really count because divorcee could have 50% custody, in which most of the time that you're dealing with her, she doesn't even have custody of the kid. The kid is at the dad's house. So you're probably not going to come in contact with the kid very much unless you move in there. So that's not really a single mother either, although you can classify her as that, but that's not the definition of single mother. Single mother is a woman that most likely had a keep a nigga baby out of wedlock and she was irresponsible with her pussy. All right, that's a single mother. She made a bad decision to procreate with Octavius, Hector, Fernandez, and Enrique, and Lil Puppet and them, and White Chad. That's a single mother. That's a single mother. So please understand what the difference is when we're talking about why men should avoid single mothers. There's different classifications. All right, it's an evil world we live in. Update. Crime and law style right here. We were just talking about this. Apparently, this guy has a female name. It's Diobra. Look at that name. It looks like Deborah with an O, so apologies. And most men that have male names don't have an A at the end, especially if you're Latino or Spanish. An A at the end would indicate the feminine. Okay, an A at the end would indicate the feminine. So a male with a first name with an A at the end is quite confusing. All right, so Deobra Reedon, it says, was sentenced to 26 to 65 years in prison for jumping over the bench to attack a judge in Las Vegas courtroom. Damn.
Gotcha, bitch.
Damn. I can't show the video because when I showed the video last time, they age restricted the video. They literally blocked the video. All right, so I'm sure it's on somebody else's YouTube, but I can't. I'm not gonna show it because they blocked the whole stream last time I did it. Yo, you talking about making an example out of a ninja? All right, damn.
I wish a nigga would.
They literally made it. This is what you call sacrificial lamb, all right? Because the shit went viral and they was like, any of you niggas think you gonna do this? We gonna put and throw the entire book at your ass. Damn, all right?
Gotcha, bitch.
Yep, attempted deletion, all that. All right, they threw the whole cotton picking book, and I think he was a 2-time felon, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, not even Joe Biden put a sentence like that. A judge has sentenced Deobra Reedon, he ain't watching the show tonight, age 31, to a minimum of 26 years and a maximum of 65 years, saying the incident was an attack on the entire judiciary. Reedon will be eligible for parole in the year 2050. Sheesh. Reedon spoke during the sentencing, saying in part, he was not an evil person. I just saw nothing but red, Reedon said, adding that he does not remember anything else from that day. Hi-yi-yi. Ninja. Wow, this is...
Ninjas. As if we didn't have enough problems in this city.
Las Vegas don't play. Hey, man, because look, a lot of us want to talk that shit. When I go in the courtroom, I'm going to tell the judge. All right, apparently they talked back. The judge said, all right, the judge said, under the jail you go, ninja. He going there to die. All right, goodness gracious. I mean, we got 25 years. That's eligible for parole. So you tack that on to his age, he'll be 56. 56 years old. All right, god dang. All right, let me see if I can at least get some still photos for you guys that don't know what happened in this case. I can't show you the entire thing. All right, so this is the guy right here. All right, that's him. Presumably, he didn't have a good public defender. All right, he gonna have to serve a lot of this right there. I'm not an evil person. He got charged with intimidating a public officer, battery on an officer, battery by a prisoner. Damn, that's a separate charge. Attempted deletion of a judge. All right, attempted deletion of a judge in Las Vegas. And look how they brought this ninja in the second time. Oh, no.
Oh, the humanity.
They do not. Ooh, they ain't playing with you ninjas today. Look at how they brought this ninja in, looking like the Silence of the Lamb. Shackles and chains. Look at it. He got mitts on his hand. All right. Got the gold spit mask on. He missing the Silence of the Lamb mask. And look how the popos looking at him. Oh, my Lord. Slavery is in effect. Man, the judicial system is not meant for the black man. All right. You cooked out here, brothers. So for those that don't know, he went to court and the judge was about to. Now, I'm going to tell you, the judge was very snarky at him. And the judge was about to sentence this ninja to a whole bunch of time. All right. And so she was about to give him a whole bunch of time. As soon as she came out with her snarky ass remark, that ninja charged the judge. All right, let me see if I can pull a picture up of the judge. Here's the judge right here. Mary Kay. I hope that hell I ain't never go see this woman in Las Vegas. All right. 57. All right. Oh, yeah, I forgot a number. All right, yeah. So this is the judge, and she came out with some snarky shit. She was like, look at you, Mr. Negro. And then he was like, oh, really? Jumped up over the judges. And the leap was incredible, by the way. It was definitely Olympic worthy. He was definitely Olympic worthy. All right. And he jumped up over there, got his hands, and he got his paws on her for sure. Attempted deletion is definitely a leap. What was his original charges? Let me see what his original charges was, because she was about to throw that ninja in jail to begin with. All right. Let me see here. It says new arrest record unveils the backstory of the viral judge attack right here. This is the aftermath of the incident. What was he held on? All right, let me see here. Unidentified man. All right, it says right here he reportedly threatened the man by saying that I am going to knock your ass out. I will bust your kneecaps. All right, this was a 911 incident with a stolen vehicle. And he began swinging a baseball bat at him, thinking that he was going to call the police on him. He'll bust his kneecaps, according to the report. Okay, here it is right there. That's the original report. Okay, then he was arrested for the judge thing. So let's see, heal the face. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess that was the original reason why he was brought in. It looks like there was probably an assault, possibly a battery case on him to come in there the first time. All right, so he was going to bust his kneecaps. All right, damn, fam. They threw the book at him. Man, pay attention to what's going on out here. A lot of us do have contempt for the court, the judicial system. And, you know, you might think it's definitely unfair. We tell you, men, stay out of court. Stay out of court, guys. Don't get involved in these courts. You know, don't get involved in these cases. I know that there was recently a case that was settled in New York City regarding the guy that got choked out on the subway. I remember when that first happened, I was like, all right, but people are riled up. People are definitely threatening bodily harm to people and telling people to go on the streets and be vigilantes. And it's just sad, man. The courts are not for you. The courts are not for you, men. And when you get in there, I'm telling you, family court, they really don't care about you. They will lock your ass up and throw away the key if you give them a reason to. So stay up out of these courtrooms, man. All right, let me see what we got here. We got it's an evil world we live in. This goes along with the case that we're talking about here. All right, so, well, not that case. This is the dating vibe where men say, I get it for free. All right, I get it for free. Well, they'll go out, date number one, date number two, and they'll chase their bet. All right, they'll chase their bet. So they'll put pressure on the woman after a couple of dates so they can have sex with them, right? And they'll feel like they're entitled to sex because they took them out on a date. Now, they might not be reading the sign and reading the rooms, but I hear this all the time. Oh, okay, so I went out with you 2 times. I've invested, you know, $100, $200, $300 into our dates. And so now I get sex. And then these guys will claim they don't pay for pussy. These guys literally will swear on a Bible, a stack of Bibles, that they don't pay for sex. Now, my question is, if you don't get sex from that woman, do you think you failed? Like, are you okay with walking away with her walking away with those meals in her belly and those drinks and drank up all the drinks and all the smoke that you smoked, the hookah, the cigars, the weed? After date number 2, are you okay with her not giving you the cheeks? If she just walks off and be like, yeah, well, you know, thank you very much, guy. Or are you going to be mad? Are you going to be like, man, fuck that, man. I spent, and then you're going to count all the dollars you spent. Well, to me, that's called tricking. That makes you a trick. That makes you a dumbass trick. You know why? Because you paid and didn't get no pussy at all. You got conversation. You literally paid and got conversation. Like, you the dumbest trick in the history of tricks. Like, a good, honest hoe knows to make sure they get money off a trick without giving them no pussy. Like, bruh, they would be mad. Why would you be mad? What are you going to say? Well, I paid for date number 1 and 2. Oh, you paid. You paid. Wait, I thought you said you didn't pay for pussy. But you're chasing the bet. You're chasing the investment because you put money down. Now you think you got cheeks coming your way. Well, that sounds like you got finesse, sir. Isn't that a finesse? That's like if I get a girl in here and I get her to the Momo and I put the money down and she just grabbed the money and dip. All right. She'd be like, all right.
Gotta get my bag and run.
But if you're okay with saying you don't pay for sex, you'll be just as happy taking women out on dates and not getting sex, right? You took a woman out on 3 dates. Maybe this will work out. And she says, you know, I told you I had a boyfriend, but I'll hang out with you for dates and we can go out and we can hang out. And you're like, all right, I'm going to wear her down. Date number 1, date number 2, date number 3. And she finally says, I told you I had a boyfriend. I'm not going to sleep with you. Are you okay with that? Are you good to walk away? If not, you're a trick. Who disagrees with me? Right? Who disagrees with me? I know there's somebody in here going, no, coach, that's different. And I want you to hit the like button. I want you to hit the like button. But who disagrees with me? Come on. Talk about it. Talk about it. Tell me how that ain't the dumbest trick in the history of tricks. You literally paid and got zip. But you will tell me you didn't pay for pussy and you will be mad that you paid and you didn't get punani. Tell me you disagree. Come on. All you got was conversation. That's like hiring a hooker and then just talking to her. Huh? You in the friend zone. Right? He says, not all men paid. There are pimps too. Guys, is that your disagreement? Because I'm here, bruh. I'm here. I'm gonna shoot that disagreement. I'm gonna shoot that disagreement away. I've already fit. That's too easy for me. Guys, number one, pimps are cucks. Number two, pimps do pay hoes. They just don't pay their hoe. And number three, pimps have to maintain the woman, spend time, sleep with, and not only that, follow tricks for sex. So the pimp have sex with his girl after the tricks have them. You're telling me the pimp doesn't pay? He spends all day with the hoe. As long as she ain't selling booty cheeks, he's sending the hoe to get nails because he got the money. He pays for the girls to get nails. He pays for the girl's doctor's appointment. He pays for the girl to get out of jail. He pays for the girls to get breakfast after they out here hoeing. Pimps don't pay. Remember, a good pimp don't even let the girl hold no money. It's his money as far as he's concerned. Right here. He paying her to listen to her talk about how all the Johns hit that snatch. All right. And then when he get horny, he got a hump on the girl that the John just finished up with, nothing on her face. He don't pay. And I know pimps that pay other girls. All right. Ask any girl that works on the street. They'll tell you pimps come to see them. Ooh, I know a little bit too much about this game. All right. So you can't pull nothing on me. A lot of y'all are fake perpetrating pimps. All right. All right. He said that's his business cost. See? All right. That's his business cost. That's his business cost. He paying for business. By the way, you guys, a lot of pimps pay for other girls. All right. They can't just have girls sex with their girls. All right. They got to have sex with other girls. All right. Look at it. That's his business cost. All right. He running a business operation. All right. So you have business expenses. And you hanging out with a hooker all your life. All right. I'm pretty sure this is exciting shit. You know what I mean? I'm sure you want to hang out with a hooker all your life. Pimps are the biggest cucks in the industry. Never follow a pimp. These are the worst human beings to ever exist. These are the lowest of the low of men. Pimps are the lowest of men. All right. Do not ever big up pimps on my show. These are terrible men. These are the worst men to ever follow. There's no way you can big up a pimp on my show. I got time today, brothers, because y'all ain't donating for real, but
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
all right. Never ever big up a pimp on my show. These are shitty men. All right. Do not follow a pimp. And ninjas ain't got no business. Ninjas ain't got no taxes. They ain't got no business plan. All right. They got no business, no brick or mortar. They got nothing. All right. Soon as they go to jail, pimp business is done. They don't pay taxes and have a spreadsheet on Excel. That's his business cost. Please. Pimps are the worst men to follow in this dating marketplace. And I did a stream on this in case you're new. The reason why dating is messed up is because you guys are bringing pimp culture into dating. My man says, Coach, if you say pay, you are looking at it one-sided equation, which is an expense. What about revenue then profit? Guys, this guy's talking about pimping. This guy's talking about pimping and revenue and profit.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
I like when new people try to explain shit to me. With this bullshit. What LLC? What revenue? What profit? What taxes? What tax return? What brick and mortar? What business? What spreadsheet? Like, Ninja, what? Oh, no. I can't with you ninjas, man. Hey, man, we need new people, man, because we need new people to come in here with this bullshit. All right, come in. Come on. What revenue? Show me your tax returns. Pimpin' LLC. All right. Big Pimpin' LLC. Yeah, the Bunny Ranch. There's only a few of these. They don't have that many of them. All right, come on. We talking about regular street pimps. Yeah. I'm never going to run out of content with these ninjas. All right, Jesus. All right, yo, man. Hey, listen, and none of these pimps, dude, these pimps don't even have dental plans. Look at the pimp's teeth. Them ninja teeth be rotten in the back, talking about revenue and profit. You gonna set your ass up for a good trafficking case. Go ahead, show me your revenue and your profit, Mr. Interstate Sex Trafficker. Oh, Lord. All right, Jesus Christ, man. Come on, man. Pimp Hard LLC. It's hard out here for a pimp LLC, ass nigga. I mean, my goodness, man. Listen, anything to say you're a better man, we got it figured out here. I don't pay for none of these broads. They on my business plan. Whole byline number 1, whole byline number 2. Or you say pimps operate for free. Pimping is not a legit business unless you establish it as a business. But pimps pay. Pimps pay. Dude, putting yourself as the pimp is the legit worst position you can put yourself in. Like, I'd rather tell men to get married than to be a pimp. Get married, ninja. Pimp. You're pimping in 2025 with interstate sex trafficking laws. So you saying pimping is for free. I didn't say that. I said this is probably not an endeavor that you're going to do very long. Number 1, you're going to go to jail, federal prison. Number 2. Number 3, you're paying no matter what. And you pay for your girl to get piped. By the way, never forget, pimps are pimping their girlfriends. They don't have a good stable. Most pimps don't have a stable of hoes, like 40 hoes. Like, all right, girls, what's your name? All right, Tasha. What's your name? Cadence. All right, I don't know who you are, but get on the block. You know what I mean? We gonna do some fresh turnouts tonight. Most of them are pimping their girlfriends. Y'all forget about that point. They start off girlfriend. The girl, ask a girl, who is this guy? That's my man. Right? You know, that's my man. He say he love me and all, and we gonna go to Washington, D.C. at some point, and we gonna travel together. Most of them start off as boyfriend, girlfriend. All right, and by the way, don't at me. Don't at me. Look at Andrew Tate. That's how he starts off. That's according to his pimping hoes degree program. He baited them with a relationship first. Why don't you come to Transylvania? We're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and we're going to make off and make money and travel. And then they got there, and then they started off, what did they call it? The lover boy scandal. The lover boy. Hustle and flow. Dude, there's so many examples of this. It's crazy. All right. Now, it's not always the case, but most of the cases, that's how they get the girl on the track. The lover boy method. Hey, we gonna do this. I'll show you even the movie The Mac. Even the movie The Mac. All right, demonstrated this. And it's not always the case, but this is how one of the games, this is part of the game that they teach men. All right, here it is right here.
Everything's gonna be all right. I'm gonna be everything to you. I'm gonna be your father, I'm gonna be your friend, I'm gonna be your lover. But you gotta believe in me. You gotta believe that everything I tell you to do is for the best. For the both of us, okay?
All right, what part of the game is that? He says right here, pimps don't look at it from a guy going on a date, all right, versus a pimp spending to make money. All right, whose money is he spending? So again, let me just ask you one more time. You're saying a pimp spends to make money as a business expense. My premise is all men pay. If I'm taking a girl out on a date, I can write it off as a business expense as well. We can talk about business, and then I can write it off as a business expense. Does that excuse it? Okay, does that excuse it? Come on, man. Don't think too hard about this. Don't think too hard about this. What we don't do is say one type of man can avoid payment. But what part of the game is this, my ninja? What part of the game is this? I choose you. Right here, right here.
Get him, daddy.
I thought we was just pimp slapping hoes. What part of the game is this? What we ain't gonna do is say, well, it's business, so it don't count. But what part of the game is this? See, what we have to acknowledge is they're playing both sides of the fence. They're playing personal, and then they'll play business, and then they'll like, well, it's my pimping business, so all right, it's my pimping business, so I don't pay. When I pay, it's my pimp money. But what part of the game is that? I thought, like I said, these are their girlfriends, and when you add it up, because there's a guy on here named Mr. Lucario. He claims to be a Mac, which if you study the lingo, and I've done a stream on this, I know I can't clear it up now, but pimp, Mac, player, they all come kind of from the same genre, and they come from, you know, I've cleared up what those definitions mean. He calls himself a Mac. He is also dating two women in a polygamous or polygynous relationship. I believe they're two women. And those women sell pussy. But those women are also considered his wife. Now, I'm just explaining it to you as I know. Now, those women go suck off other men and come back to him and kiss him on the lips. Huh? So is he paying? Is it the business expense? Is it all his money? Is he a player? Is he a pimp? Is he a Mac? Is this not paying? Is this game? Ninja's nut in his wife's mouth, but he a Mac. Is this a business expense? What are we doing? You see what I mean? Like we have to draw a line. We have to draw a line and be very clear of what we're talking about. So now when we become very general and we have to say all men pay. We're not going to go here and draw Venn diagrams and go off over here and say, with these guys, no, man. No. But he would consider himself a Mac. He says Mac Lives Matter. That's his tagline, Mac Lives Matter. What part of the game is this? When I tell you that pimps are normally pimping out their girlfriends and their wives, that's the average pimp. It ain't these dudes with stables like Fillmore Slim and Kenny Red, stable 40 deep, all right, with a bench full of hoes. That's not normally how these relationships work. It is normally one guy and a few girls, up to 5 tops, all right? And most of them are strags. So he said, why so hard to freaking accept? For real, people will fight it because men's ego will just be like, I don't pay at all. I refuse to pay, but you pay. One way or another, man. One way or another. You can make it what you say. Well, it's business, so it don't count. Well, I pay and it's my wife. And the reason I'm going to show you is this is another example. And ninjas will take a girl on 2 dates and then complain she didn't give them sex, but then say they don't pay for sex. You said you don't pay, but you're chasing the fact that you've invested X amount of dollars, so you should deserve some cheeks. You deserve sex. All right, I paid already a couple dollars, so I might have to get, you said you don't pay for sex. Do you hear me? Where's the hole in my argument? Right? Where's the hole in my argument? The hole is in your head. The hole is in your ego. It's your ego that's trying to prevent you from realizing that you are tricked no matter what, right? You're going to do one level of tricking. We all out here putting money up at some particular point. So figure it out what your ego can handle because you just fooling yourself at this point. With that being said, let's talk about how men date. Here it is. We got this man right here.
Cake. A chimney cake? Give me a break. Easily one of the best desserts I've had probably all year. I want to live at the Renaissance Fair. What do you guys think? Was it worth it? Let us know. Come watch my girlfriend spend over $600 at the Texas Renaissance Fair. Huzzah. First things first, we spent $320 on this outfit.
Now, again, this is an example that I'm going to go in on relationships. Tricks. I'm in a relationship. I don't pay for pussy. False. This woman is your girlfriend. On an average weekend, because you guys had nothing better to do, you went to the festival and the fair and the farmer's market. You paid $328 for this goofy ass dress. You spent $650 over the weekend for drinks, for her to feel like she's some fair lady, for a whole muskrat at that. And yes, I will get that neck, but that neck is looking very Adam Applesy. But on one, this don't include the gas, Target, because y'all went grocery shopping in Target after that. $650, $300 for that. We got $35 for a bottle of mead. Whatever mead is probably some drink they drink in medieval times. Okay.
And then we accidentally spent $35 on an entire bottle of meat. This was definitely worth it. And then we had to immediately fill our stomachs with a bucket of balls. The meatballs taste exactly as you would expect. This is a chicken Caesar salad crepe. And while I don't recommend eating crepes with your hands, it's really difficult, I recommend that as a filling option to wash down that meat. But nothing makes you feel like a medieval barbarian like a giant turkey leg. This thing was surprisingly moist. It's what's on the inside that matters. Until you deep fry it, then the whole thing matters if you ask us. Especially if it's deep fried chicken.
And she just eating up. She just spending his money just left and right, just walking out.
I'm rich, bitch.
Now, how much sex is this guy gonna get? He gonna have to jerk off in the shower because she gonna go home and say she's on her period. All right, we already know how this is gonna end if you ever been in a relationship, or he gonna get some regular marital missionary.
Just take a look at the dagger, dip it in this Raisin Cane style sauce, and you're gonna be loving it. This cheesecake on a stick, covered in chocolate. There's nothing too special about the cheesecake, but it's overall good. But the bottle of mead was really starting to hit because we finished that, and then I just go and spill my beer all over.
There he is right there. There he is right there. So, yep, you had to go to the festival and the fair, the farmer's market, all of that. Oh, he's making content. That's where he's making money off of this. Trust me, man, I make money on Facebook and Instagram. It ain't a lot of money, all right? It ain't like YouTube money. All right. When you see this vertical, all right, you see these guys with 950,000 followers. Hey, join the money mindset. I can clue you in. If you see vertical content, them ninjas ain't making a bag. All right. They'll make a decent bag. All right. They'll make about $2 or $3 grand. They'll make about $2 or $3 grand if it's vertical. If it's horizontal, different story. All right. Just to let you know, I'm in this business. You see vertical content on Facebook and Instagram. If they post heavy 3 times a day, all goddamn day, every day of the month, they'll make $3 grand. All right, this ain't heavy dough. All right, he probably made maybe, he got 19,000 likes, so we got probably about, 1 million views. He made about $75. Right? He made about $75. Maybe 90, 120, probably around that range. All right, he didn't even make the money back from that evening. $600, he didn't make that on that one video. Just to let you know. So I know y'all be like, he making money though. All right, not on one video. He said he spent $600 just to go take her to the fair. I guarantee you on that video, he did not make that back. He didn't make that back. He didn't recover and recoup that cost on that video. Just to let you know. I'm just letting you know I actually am in this business. I can tell you the truth. The way you make money on social media, you know what, niggas? I can't. I'm tired of telling y'all free shit. Right here. I'm tired. Let's see here. I'm tired. Right here. So he lost money. Yes, he definitely lost money on that video. Now, if he posted 3 other videos that day, and he posted every day 3 times a day. He posted every day 3 times a day. He made that money back. All right, but he lost money over the month. All right, but money mindset. Click the link, Ninja. I'll tell you how the business works. He made money on the content. He didn't make $600 on that video. All right, just to let you know, it's vertical. If it was horizontal, let me stop. Y'all ninjas will make excuses for everything. All right, here we go right here. All right, and he also got marital missionary at home. He got marital missionary at home. That's what he got. And that's his girlfriend.
Myself. So to soak up the booze, we went and got a tornado potato. While it probably could have used some ketchup, this thing was really fun to eat and really tasty. Wine tasting from a local winery, which was hosted by 5'10" Chris Hemsworth. No wonder why Julie wanted to do this so bad. Then we headed over to the Italian part of town where we had fried raviolis.
If he went by himself, he would have made an ROI. He would have made a return of investment. But she bought a $300 dress, and that sunk his cost. That $300 dress sunk him. If he would have went by himself and not the girl. But, of course, he wouldn't have got the views without the girl. So he took the girl to get the views and maybe get his channel built up and his and shit like that. But if he went by himself, maybe he would have got, less views, but it would have been cheaper.
Which made me question my Italian mother's cooking. Because our cholesterol isn't screaming loud enough, we went and got some funnel cake. Nowhere near as good as this Nutella chimney cake. A chimney cake? Give me a break. Easily one of the best desserts I've had probably all year. I want to live at the Renaissance Fair. What do you guys think? Was it worth it? Let us know.
Yeah, and they even asked, was it worth it? The answer is no. All right, just to let you know. But she sure did get a good date. All right. So they asked the question, was it worth it? I gave you the answer. All right. He took his girlfriend. All right. Look, and she didn't drop that neck. All of that food in her belly.
It's barbecue in there.
All of that food in her belly. She did not drop that neck. Mad diarrhea at the festival. All right. But I'm pretty sure they had fun. He says the numbers ain't adding up. Yeah, somebody even in the comment section like, what? So, yeah. And they didn't eat all that food. So, there you go right there. It's an evil world out here, man. Trust me, guys.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, we don't sit around rationalizing. Let me get to some super chats here, and then we'll get to the main event. What's the main event? Losing money, NFL players. I'm going to have to type that shit in. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
All right, athletes losing money. All right, I forgot to make a tab for it, but we'll make a tab for it. And all of that, we'll move that to the center. We'll pull up Coach Greg Adams live. We'll do some super chats if there's available for the night. Shout out to, he says, I would have helped her purge it out. Okay, shout out to our brother Justin M. says, even in the movie American Pimp, the pimp says, I even pay my taxes. Taxes equals bail money, fines, and lawyers. These are facts. Study the pimps, man. I'm telling you, man, a lot of guys big up pimps and they don't study it. And I actually had for the new people, I had a relative who did this. It didn't end well for him. All right, he's behind bars for a long time. And that's where pimps end up. They end up, you know, blues singers. This is the typical pimp transition. All right, they end up blues singers, or they start off as blues singers. A lot of them do. Or they start a church or a cult. All right, so blues singer, or they were a musician. So that kind of goes hand in hand. All right, they played pool. They were a fucking pool shark hustler, scammer of the day. Or once they transition out of that, they'll still sing the blues. Or they start a church. They'll go Christian. All right, and a lot of pimps turn to Christianity because of the sins that they live, or they'll start a cult. All right, so it'll be a cult. So they can't go full Christian, so they'll take the Bible and twist it, and then they'll start a cult with male parishioners that don't get pussy. All right, and so they'll bring the males in, and males bring their females in, and the guy in the cult will take their girls. All right, so that's the next one. So Bishop Don Magic Wand is an example of that. There's a lot of pimps that go in the church, so they'll start being pastors and preachers. A lot of them were musicians, pimps, pastor, right? So they'll go into the church or they'll go to jail, all right, for hundreds of years. Pimping and pandering, sex trafficking laws. Have you seen many of them running businesses legitimately, washing the money, right? Some of them ninjas will do what, right? They'll get a big-ass barbecue grill and drag it around the city, and they'll smoke barbecue. So this is the future of most pimps. Like, it doesn't like end well where they have a casino named after them and shit, right? Or they start a legit business, right? Or they come politicians. Yeah, politicians is another one if they're in the hood, but that'll come from the church. All right, so this is the typical trend. This is the, what do they call it? The exit plan of pimping. It almost never ends well. Or they end up broke, destitute. And today's pimps are mostly gangbangers and cartel. Like the old pimp with the pimp jacket and, you know, I'm a pimp. These guys don't exist no more. You know, I be pimping, pimp. Like these guys, like they exist, but they hella old. 68, 70, 80. All right, but the new dudes that's doing it is cartel and gangs. All right, them the new dudes that's doing it. The ninjas ain't in like the fur coat and shit with the fur hat cocked with the trophy and the jewelry and pimp. All right. Them guys are gone out of the industry. Most of them is like gangbangers and scammers. Most of them do scamming. They get their hoes to do scamming credit cards. All right, so dollar bill, y'all. Like them guys don't exist. That's all caricatures. That's all TV and movies. All right, anyway, shout out to our brother Justin M. Just letting them know, man, the pimp tax is bail money, bailing out your hoes. All right, and that's why pimps pay. Shout out to our Brown 310 says, shout out to the petite, pretty feet Chiquita senoritas that are out here in the streets. Shout out to my girls here in these streets. All right, shout out to the pretty feet Chiquitas. Callie West says, but coach, tell them how they hoes post no AA and don't stop for brothers is because we tend to be cheap or a pimp trying to get a new 304. He says, don't ask me how I know. Shout out to the coach gang. Free agent lifestyle for life. That's the other thing. That's the other thing about that industry is that the girls are literally trained to not mess with AAs. No AAs. Now, this makes it hard for the tricking. All right, so you got to know a good guy that knows the girls. But even in that industry, the girls will avoid African-American men. They call it no AAs. This is typical. This is not always. Most of them look for Latinos, Asians, and white men. And the reason why, as he said, number one, ninjas is cheap. Ninjas are cheap. All right, they'd be trying to get 5-for-1 deals in Colombia. Ninjas are cheap. All right, they don't want to pay the prices. The girl will be like $80, and they'd be like, $80? Nah, I used to pay 20 back in the day. That's number one. Number two, they tend to damage the property. So they'll get with a girl and they'll try to give her Olympic sex. All right, and so as a result of the Olympic sex, if he feels like the girl enjoyed it, he doesn't want to pay. So he'll like, hey, you enjoyed it, so we shouldn't pay. So that's typically what they'll do. And then the third thing is typically AAs want to pimp the girl. So the way he gets to her is the trick. So he'll trick her and be like, hey, I want to take you. And then he'll meet with her and then he'll try to knock another pimp of his broad. Matter of fact, I do have a video of some AAs running from a Momo. All right. After getting done doing the tricking. All right. They don't even want to pay. So ninjas will run off and not pay the girl. Like this is, men do have a bad reputation. So as long as he thinks that the girl enjoyed it, he'll be like, well, I shouldn't have to pay. You enjoyed it. That's not how this works. Right? It don't work like that. I don't care if she enjoyed it or not. It don't work that just because she enjoyed it that you don't have to pay. All right. But, they avoid black men for that very reason. All right. So it's hard for you guys to really be treated seriously out here with some of the goofy ideas you come up with. No AAs. Yeah, like that Philadelphia Eagle guy. He ran off on the girls. He had a 2-for-1. He ran off on the girls and didn't pay her. All right, pay the girls, and they had to chase his ass down the street. But I do have another video of some ninjas doing that. I just don't remember what computer I have it on. So this is kind of the reputation of men that you have to watch out for in relation to this. Men are something else, man. And African-American men, we have the worst reputation. Not even the prostitutes want to treat us. All right, because of how we treat the game. But yeah, just look at them. They'll say no AAs. And even, oh, by the way, black women will say no AAs. Right? Even the black girls that work the street be like, nah. Right? Now that's cold when the black girls don't want to take you. So we do have some rehabbing of our image that we need to get to here. Our image is pretty bad, even with the girls that's walking. All right, I can't find the video. Somebody put it on Locals. I want to say yesterday or today. And we have videos of ninjas going to so-called passport bros. Going to the Dominican and Colombia. Dragging girls out of the room. And the girl's just like, give me my money, give me my money. And then there's guys that say, don't pay them. Because what'll happen is the girl will up the price and say, hey, I know we agreed to 80, but now it's 100. And then you'll be like, nah. And the guys will tell you, don't pay them. And I'm like, just pay the bitch. All right, but you messing up the game. You already agreed to do something illegal. All right, so just go ahead and pay her and get rid of the headache. All right, you don't want to be fighting no broad speaking black strag Spanish in the Dominican Republic over some unpaid punani. He said, can you blame them? Hey, man, look, if you associate with the girl and she says to you, hey, $40 in the back, and you too dumb and you take that deal, remember, I don't take cheap deals because they're cheap, right? I won't tell you because that's for locals. I don't take cheap pussy. Now, I'm not going to pay a high premium for a cheap piece of ass either. So there's a workaround there. But just because you took it because it was cheap and she's a finesser, she doubled the price on you because what are you going to do? Beat her up? Ninjas was dragging the girl by her hair. I'm like, just give her the money. You in another country. You want to go to Dominican Republic in jail? Hell no. I'm not going to the jail in Dominican or Colombia or Brazil. I'm not going to that jail, bruh. Just give her the money. Right. You already in a sucker deal. You made a sucker's bet. You lost. Pony up, ninja. Pony up, pay up. Or you going to be somewhere in Korea jail. Can't even speak the language. Now, that's going to be a shitty proposition. You're going to figure out real quick that you should just pay the $40 when you sitting in jail and there's shit all over the place. And you trying to get a hold of the U.S. Embassy. Pay the money. Pay the $40. You don't want to go to jail and talk to a cop that can't speak Spanish or can't speak English. Man, please. Y'all niggas gonna fight. Look, this is why y'all get locked up. Hold on for a second. You men, this is why y'all niggas get locked up like this. Something's wrong with you people. You guys will fight on principle, and the principle is fucked up. Like, bruh, just take the L. Take the L. Take the L. This is why y'all niggas get locked up for 26 to 56 years, because y'all fight. Let me tell y'all something. This is a show. Pick your battles. You're going to have to learn as men. Pick your battles. You fight the wrong battle all the time. Y'all got me out here politicking for George Floyd, crackhead Floyd. Pick your battles, bruh. Because the battles you guys pick always is the wrong battle. And then y'all fighting from behind. Locked up in the Philippines for 40 years. Over $40 a pussy. Choose a struggle. What's wrong with these ninjas? Y'all some cheap
ninjas. As if we didn't have enough problems in this city.
Pick your battles. Figure out choose your struggle. Which one you want, $40 or 40 days in the goddamn Russian prison, in the gulag? What do you want? Because you're gonna end up spending 40 days and you got a real problem. He says, normally Ninja's principle is a losing strategy. It's always the losing strategy. And then they want to, we need to take to the streets and protest. Bruh. You could have paid $40 and been out of this situation. But y'all be like, nah, don't pay extra because it's going to mess up the whole ecosystem. You already in the whole ecosystem. It's okay. What's going to happen? All right. You're going to charge somebody more next? Okay, big deal. Big deal. It's the principle of it, though. I refuse to pay extra because these hoes don't deserve it. You were the one just poking on her recently. You were just poking on her. How is it not worth it? I don't get dudes, man. I don't really get dudes. Y'all argue about something that is very inconsequential. You got the money. All right, so let me see. I can't find that clip. You have the dollars, so just go ahead and pony up if you get got. Every now and then we get got. It's part of the game. As they say, charge it to the game. Let me see where I can put this here. Okay, I can't find the video of the guys running from the hookers in the motel. Somebody pull it up. See if I can pull it up here. Was it on YouTube or Instagram? Men running from hotel. Let me see if I can pull it up. Damn, it was a new video too. But it basically indicates why black men have the worst reputation, right? When it comes to anything related to relationships, sex, gender dynamics, all of it. All right, I can't find the video. Damn, I'm pissed. Oh, you know what? Oh, I know what happened. I remember what happened. All right, I think they took it off Instagram. They took it off Instagram because I was going to play it this morning. That's why I can't find it. I was like, I knew I had it. It was on Instagram, but they remove it. Somebody says they tried to remove that video. There you go. So I was going to play it this morning on Straggle and Sniggle Theater, but it looks like that. I remember a clip got removed, and I didn't know which one, but that was the one. That was the one that got removed. So anyway. All right, moving on here. We got some other contributors, says Cali West. Oh, shout out to Cali West. Appreciate y'all. He says bread and water and rice and water. Yep, that's what and then they're going to be like, these conditions are terrible. Him says, shout out to the coach. We got 2003 pimp in the building, coach. You know, real pimps. And it was not in 2003. Stop glorifying a pimp. Trash. All right. It's not 2003 no more. All right. And guys, let me tell you, most of y'all is fake perpetrating pimps at best. All right, y'all ain't pimping nothing out here. Nothing. It ain't 2003. Daddy Dame says just the interest fee for the RenFest. He says it's expensive as fuck. What's the RenFest? He says, oh, that was the Renaissance Fair. And he says the beers is $30 a person, not to mention the refills, and every food is $20 to $30 a person. That dude took a big L. Somebody still tried to justify it, though. He's making content. He didn't make that $600 back on that one video. All right. I can guarantee you. Trust me. I've been doing content for near 10 years on YouTube. Dude, most people don't make $600 a video on a 15-minute video on YouTube. You'd be lucky to make $200. But if you do it every day, shout out to Maury in the building. Appreciate you, Maury. You didn't say nothing, though. Shout out to Maury. And Mo Mart says, thanks, coach, for all you do. Appreciate you. Appreciate Maury in the building. Go subscribe to his channel. Big time YouTubers in the house. It's the RenFest, Renaissance Fair. But as I tell you in relationships, you think you're going to sit there on a Saturday and save money, and then here she's going to say, I'm bored. Let's do something. Let's do something. She's going to say, let's do something fun. You might as well get your credit card out because that fun is about to cost your ass. And it's going to be an unplanned expense. And you got rent due in 2 weeks. And she's going to be like, I don't want to sit in the house all weekend. And you're like, oh, what do you want to do? Well, there's a Renaissance Fair. And I want this funny dress. And I think I looked at, how do I look? Do I look great? Do I look like my fair lady? You about to spend $1,000 motherfucking dollars. Just because she didn't want to sit in the house. And you going to spend it. And then when rent come up, you're going to be, on Monday, you're going to be looking. Because this is what happened. This is what happened. On Friday, you got paid. And you like, all right, cool. All right, there we go right there. I got $3,000 in my account. Rent is $2,400. My car note came out, so I have $600 extra bucks to pay for the gas and the electric. I got $3,000 in the account, and then I get paid in 2 more weeks, and then I get to go ahead and throw that on top. But I get paid on the 4th, so it's really after the 1st, so it really don't count. That's money for next month. So you like, if I just chill the next 3 weekends and I just eat motherfucking top ramen and chicken noodles, guess what? I'm up. I got extra money and discretionary income. And then here she come. Let's do something. We're not going to sit in the house again all day Saturday. You're like, what do you want to do? There's a fun Rent Fest going on. Let's go to the Renaissance Festival. I do have my dress from last year, but I think I need to make some alterations. I need to go to Michael's and I need to get some. Did you go to Yeah, but it's free, right? Now you done went outside. You done went to the Rent Fest. You done paid for parking, gas. You done got dressed in your goofy ass shit. She feeling good and all fun. I'm having so much fun. Dilly-dallying. Dilly-dilly. All right, she want tickets. She want beers and whatever she call it. She want Hogswort juice. She want motherfucking fried Twinkies and turkey legs. Wouldn't it be fun if we got the fried onion rings? And you ain't enjoying shit because you just swiping your card. Swipe, 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 swipe. There go all your money. And you be like, this bitch better suck me off when I get home. Oh, I didn't tell you I did start my period when on the way to the Ren Festival. I started my period. I'm going to be done bleeding like a stuffed pig for 5 days. Mead. All right. What is that Hogwarts juice? All right. You done bought goofy shit like mead. And yep, she going to start an argument on the way back in the parking lot. You never treat me out to something like this. Isn't this fun? You look like you didn't even enjoy your time. And you were just spending all that time recording and editing. And you didn't even enjoy time with me. Now you get back, look at your motherfucking bank account on Monday, and you minus $850. Now your check for next month on the 3rd, you're going to need to go ahead and float that rent check. You're going to need to float that rent check. And you got 2 pieces of pussy in that last 2 weeks. And you say, I didn't pay. Coach, I don't pay. I refuse to pay. Men who pay are losers. I'm showing you what's up, man. Y'all just don't see it. And if you just saw this for the first time and just realized you a big ass, goofy ass trick, and she just having the time of her life, still arguing with you on the ride home, why don't you turn left instead of right?
How much my girlfriend spent over $600 at the Texas Renaissance Fair.
There she $600. His girlfriend spent $600 for a Renaissance fair. Remember, I was the one that came up with the festival, the fair, and the farmer's market. Let's go to the farmer's market and buy fruit that we ain't even gonna eat from the local growers. Not the. This is communism on steroid. Not the capitalist grocers that use pesticides. Let's go get the non-grass-fed beef. $300 later on fruits and veggies that she ain't about to cook. Tell me I ain't lying. She ain't about to eat them fucking veggies. You just spent $300 on organic, locally grown veggies. And peanuts and walnuts and motherfucking shit and oranges that look like they dead. Yep, $25 bag of almonds. So she can take her fucking hemp bag and fill it up with veggies and shit. So she can feel, yo, but I don't pay for pussy. Yes, you do. 3D printed beef. All this fucking vegetables she got in the refrigerator. She ain't cooking them shits up. She'd have bought kale and cucumbers with motherfucking gnats and Lyme disease on it. Yo, bruh. You done spent all that money on them veggies and we ain't eating them shits. All right, anyway, let me stop. So she can feel good about supporting the local farmers and the local growers so she can take her fucking knit bags and put veggies and shit with flies all over them. Take them home and now you got flies infested all in your shit. All right. And then now she's like, let's go to the Renaissance Fair too. Oh, god damn. $1,000. I don't pay for punani. I have love. My girl loves me. Okay. Where we at here? We have love. And she ruining your bank account. Shout out to our brother Leon Lovelace says, after much thought and deliberation, I'm sad to announce that my Green Bay Packers will not win their division for the 3rd season in a row. All right. Who's up? The Vikings? Are the Vikings up? Who's up in that? Oh, the Lions. The Lions are up. Shout out to the Detroit Lions. That's who's up. All right, let's see here. Shout out to our brother here. It is, we're going to call you Gene or Jean. He says it's about to be 2025 and Ninja still want Coach to say the same thing over and over. He says it's 2025, y'all. Y'all still ain't bossed up yet.
Boss up, nigga.
He says y'all still trying to change the women. LOL. Coach, let these men suffer their own consequences. I've read your book and I just watch you now for the entertainment. I got the message in 2019 for real, brothers.
Boss up, nigga.
Y'all comfortable hearing it, but y'all still arguing with me on shit that don't even make sense. I get it, man. Like I've got this shit down pat. If you want to make your ego feel better, do what you want. Maryland guy says, Coach, have you seen the sheer amount of women pining over the Luigi dude, the one that shot the CEO in cold blood? Women love Italians and they love criminals. Send it. Yes, indeed. He's an Italiano. And of course, that's how he got caught, trying to get him a woman in the Starbucks. An Italiano. They love criminals. They have pookiphilia. Caitlin says, so a guy is controlling for not wanting his woman around other men, but why isn't a pimp demonized for having a chick get effed by other men for money? I don't understand it. Dudes will swear up and down that pimps are winning. You know, man, I got my girl bringing me money. Ninja. I'm so good with these girls. I got the psychology. I know what a bitch gonna say before she say it. Shut up, bitch. I got you. Right, you ain't nothing but a funky cock hoe. I got you, baby. All right, and I will put your ass on the block and make you sell that thing. All right, and I'll let you sell that thing in chili cold blood. I will put your ass out there. And all the men know I'm the man. All right, and all these men respect me because they know I put a girl out on the blade and I'll make her bring the money back to me. Toodaloo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And she give me all her money. That's how good I am with the girls. All right, and I'm good with these girls, and all the men respect me because I got the knowledge to put a girl out there and make her sell her body for a pimp. It's like, huh? Ninjas be going, and I make my girls dance at the strip club when it's slow. And then I try to pick up another girl at the strip club, or I beat her nose in. All right, and so I had these girls. All right, I tell these girls, you either get with a pimp like me or I will make your ass regret it. So I'll see you here tomorrow at the club. Right, huh? Ninjas will be like, and they girlfriend sleeping with other dudes. See, my girl go sleep with other dudes and bring me the money. All right, and I live off of her. I live off of her stinking ass peace sleeve. She a once a month bleeding, 2 times a love lying, 2 days enough lying, funky cop hoe. All right. And I know the real. And I'm a real man because a real man know how to do this. And only a real man know how to put a girl on the blade. I'll put her on every blade. I'll put her on every track. From city to city, coast to coast, and ocean to ocean. And a real man only know how to do this. Real man don't go to no 9 to 5. He put a girl on a track, and we got tracks in New York City, tracks in D.C., tracks in Osaka, Waka, Canada. We got tracks in Phoenix. We got tracks all in Aurora, Washington. We got tracks on Harry Hines and Figueroa. I done pimp state to state, ocean to ocean. I'm an international pimp. I'm a pimp from Frisco to Maine all the way to Spain. You don't know how I rhyme and rap. I got this rhyme and rap down, and I can rhyme and rap with the best of them right here. And y'all niggas be celebrating these pimps. Oh, you so smart, Mr. Pimp. You so smart. All right, anyway. But it's not cuckendry. Yes, it is. Here we go right here. It's a cold world. They got y'all young. And you know who likes this? Young men. Young men seem to be fascinated by this. I'm an old guy. I'm not fascinated by this. This is horrible behavior. It's deplorable cuckendry. It's horrible. Like I'm almost 50. I can't be impressed by this. Just to let you know, if you're 22, you would be somewhat impressed because you're trying to get any piece of ass. So you would think that this guy's a master manipulator. But I'm too old to be impressed by no goofy shit like that. Shout out to our brother Heath Overledger. All right. He says, salute to you, coach. Appreciate your lessons. Free agent lifestyle for life. For life. It's Heath Overledger Grand. Heath Overledger. All right, main event. Enough of this bullshit. All right, thank you for the contributions. All right, here we go right here. All right, for all the people that want to know, I'm too old to be impressed by this crazy ass shit. All right, athletes. All right, do they pay? Well, let's hear this brother right here talk about the situation between Travis Hunter and his girlfriend. And this is pro-black comedian, and his name is Godfrey.
This message goes out to Travis Hunter. Listen, Travis, I just want you to be careful, man. Yeah, I said it. Be careful. Congratulations on your engagement, but, man, you might have to disengage because it's something about this woman, man. The way she was talking to, and the way she was talking like she was really that chick. Listen, you love who you love. Facts, okay, I got that. That's all logical, but something ain't right. I just watched that dumb video of you guys in those matching pajamas that bugged me, and she was like dogging you, going, yeah, he wasn't my type. I was like, he wasn't my type.
It wasn't my type.
And then we went to this party, and then we fell in love. I think, personally, I don't know when y'all dated, with high school, I don't give a fuck. But when she found out your stats, bro, that's when I think she was like, oh, I love him. I don't know what she is. She's like Indian looking, Latino looking with a sprinkle of Ebonics. I don't fucking know what she is. But one thing I do know, you need to watch your ass, bro. I'm so serious, man. I just something ain't right. And I'm sure people agree with me right now. They're agreeing with me. Don't get sucked into this shit, bro. You better sign all kinds of fucking papers, man. All right? You better have an ironclad fucking contract because something ain't right. I didn't like that video. He wasn't my type. Remember, you wasn't my type. But when you successful, you everybody's fucking type. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, they find out your potential. Now you everybody's type. Be careful with that shit, bro. I'm just saying. I hope Coach Dion is helping him out. Like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, I can't tell you what to do. You just gotta have confidence in what you're doing, and I bless you, bless God, and just be careful with the bull job. I just didn't like what she said. She said, I'm not your type. Said, yeah, I think you should have let the bitch go. That's what I didn't mean to curse, but I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is. But Travis, your last name is Hunter, bro. You might have to go hunting real soon, bro. Go Buffaloes.
All right, shout out to him right there, and my screen just went left. But shout out to Godfrey saying what everybody obviously sees here. But, of course, we don't want to dibble and dabble in people's relationships, but this is probably not going to end well. How do we know? Well, let's listen to this video. We're going to talk about athlete. Well, before we get to the video, we're going to show you right here expensive divorces that cost athletes a fortune. What athletes? Well, let's go down the list. So Travis Hunter might be like, well, my girl different. Well, let's go down the list. We got Tiger and Elin Woods. All right, but we're going to start off with Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the GOAT. And he had a very, very expensive divorce, costing him millions of dollars and all of that. And he ended up signing, I guess it's a $168 million divorce settlement in favor of the original wife of 17 years. $168 million. He ended up remarrying again. But it says they have a prenuptial agreement with a $1 million buyout for each year of the marriage for the next decade, after which it switches to $5 million for every year of marriage. So she certainly has an incentive to stay. Jose Canseco's divorce cost, let's see what it says it cost. He paid $7 million for 2 separate divorce settlements. All right. We got Andre Agassi paying Brooke Shields. Apparently, right there, the cost of this settlement rose to $130 million in assets, with Agassi still coming out ahead in the long run, which is currently estimated net worth $170 million versus Brooke Shields' $20 million. So he paid, but he made out better. Mike Tyson and Robin Givens. Divorce settlement. Tyson didn't have a prenuptial agreement with Givens. Travis Hunter, listen up, and they settled for jewelry, cash, vehicles, and a $4 million mansion. I don't think they, total value $10 million. They weren't married for more than 2 years. All right. I don't think they had even 2 years. Yep. 2 years of marriage. 2 years of marriage. Okay. Lance Armstrong. Oh, he's a Mitch ass ninja. I don't even care about him. Dennis Rodman. Hulk Hogan lost 68%. It says right here, Hogan received a settlement that amounted, Linda Hogan received a settlement that amounted to 70% of Hulk Hogan's assets, including $3 million property, almost half of the ownership of his companies, and $7.44 million in a joint investment portfolio. If that wasn't enough, the divorce caused him to sell many of his assets, including cars and homes, while he cleaned out his portfolio, left him with just shy of $3 million in investments. All right. We also have Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez divorce. It's in the middle of the article, so I'm having to pull it out. She was awarded $115,000 a month in child and spousal support, while A-Rod tried to reduce it to $20,000 per month based on a post-retirement income adjustment that lowered her $30 million, his $30 million baseball salary to just $3 million. Evander Holyfield. Holyfield has gone from an estimated, we got $3.1 million in restaurants, child support to 11 different children, and alimony to 3 wives. Evander Holyfield. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Do I have my Ric Flair? All right. I can't play the entire clip because it's a copyright.
It's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name.
The Nature Boy. How many divorces does he have? He has several divorces, probably up to 6 divorces. But it says right here in a recent quote from an interview on the Joe Rogan podcast, Ric Flair details why he came out of retirement by saying $2 million in alimony, $2 million in attorney fees, and $1.5 million in penalties and interests. All right, Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, his ex-wife saying, I didn't even love you. The divorce cost Shaquille $33 million in property, $50,000 in monthly alimony, $10,000 a month in child support. All right. Shaquille O'Neal, $33 million in property. We got Allen Iverson. Okay. His ex-wife took pity. Okay, he stopped paying the alimony because he couldn't afford it. So what is the grand total here? They don't really give a good total there, but he lost a lot of money. Oh, Iverson was made to pay $3 million in alimony and child support, a few assets, and a percentage of his Reebok endorsement check. That percentage was initially 100% based on a postnuptial agreement Iverson didn't follow. However, his ex-wife took pity on the former superstar and agreed to leave him with half. God damn. She almost got his Reebok money, all of it. Arnold Schwarzenegger impregnating his maid. It says likely to be hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. There's no prenup. Michael Strahan. Guys, this is when people say, leave Travis Hunter alone. He'll be okay. Michael Strahan Strahan was dragged back. Okay, that was dragged back to court. Let's see what she initially got. She was awarded $15.3 million in alimony and $18,000 in child support every month back in 2006. In 2 years, the couple were back in court over saying Strahan owed $311,000 in unpaid support based on the prenup, stipulating that 50% of the couple's joint assets and 20% of Strahan's income would be paid to her upon divorce. And then she took him back to court when he got the Good Morning America and ESPN gig, claiming that there were $321,000 plus in unpaid child support with interest that will raise the amount to $547,000. She then requested child support go up to $18,000 and that he reimburse her for $225,000 for her twin children's horseback riding lessons. Tiger Woods, the divorce netted Elin $100 million of Woods' estimated $600 million fortune, not including the $20,000 per month in child support, which was 20% of his net income at the time. Since then, Elin has continued to do well for herself, doubling that $100 million alimony into $200 million net worth by shrewd investments. Well, they forgot to mention she started dating another billionaire. All right, Elin started to date another billionaire. All right, so she didn't have to spend any of her money. Anybody know who the billionaire is? So she didn't have to spend any of that money. Elin, let me see, her new husband. I guess she's, oh, damn, she messing with Jordan Cameron? Okay, interesting. All right, she was dating another guy before Jordan Cameron. But Jordan Cameron is actually, I know who that is. I used to coach his sisters. So he's now dating Jordan Cameron, all right, NFL player or former NFL player. I don't even know if he's still in the league. All right. Do we have more of these guys? Yeah, that was the last one. So let's get to the video right here. This video says NFL players who went broke because of girls. All right. This is the video by NFL Daily. And we're going to play the video and then kind of review some of these stories. Fair use.
Overall by the Baltimore Ravens. From the moment he said...
Okay. All right. We're on hyper mode here. Hyper mode.
No, these players are paying child support for half a roster of kids or cutting divorce checks big enough to fund a whole new team. It's wild out here. These girls are taking home Super Bowl rings without even lacing up. But don't worry, because we are about to dive into the players who fumbled harder off the field than on it, starting with... Andre Rison. This story is a wild ride through the peaks of NFL stardom and the pits of financial ruin, a saga rich with flashy spending, high-octane romance, and the sting of regret. With an impressive career earning him over $19 million, Rison seemed to be living the dream, but in truth, he was on a path to financial disaster. His downfall was fueled by a taste for the extravagant and an inability to hold back when it came to spending. Rison lived like a rock star. He was not just content with 1 or 2 luxury cars, he bought 3 high-end vehicles in a single season.
And in my lifetime, I'd have had probably about 34 Benzes, probably about 8 Ferraris, probably about 14 Beamers, probably about 20 trucks.
And why stop there? His taste for the finer things extended to jewelry, on which he blew a jaw-dropping $1 million. He once reflected on his reckless spending with a laugh, saying he'd casually toss around $100 bills instead of 5s.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories that I can cover, but I'm only covering what I can see in front of me. I mean...
Because why not? For Rison, the money seemed limitless, an illusion he clung to even as it slipped away. Then came the infamous chapter in his love life that everyone remembers, his relationship with TLC's Lisa Left Eye Lopez. Their love affair was fiery, literally. In 1994, an argument between the two exploded into chaos when Lopez set fire to his Atlanta mansion, causing over $1 million in damages. Imagine watching your dreams go up in flames, literally and figuratively. The incident made headlines worldwide. A vivid symbol of the chaotic, destructive nature of their romance and a hefty hit to Ryson's dwindling bank account. But Ryson's financial woes didn't end with his high-speed lifestyle or fiery love story. There were other demands, like child support, which led to a $300,000 restitution order and 5 years of probation. In ESPN's Broke series, Ryson recounted waking up to piles of money strewn around him as if it were disposable. He admitted that he never thought about the future, living purely for the thrill of the present. Ryson's story may seem like an outlier, but he wasn't the only NFL star who watched his fortune slip through his fingers.
Here's the thing about it, man. One you guys have to understand. Yeah, you young people don't remember. She set fire to his mansion. She put all of his sneakers into a bathtub and lit the bathtub on fire, and it pretty much ruined the mansion. And she's an R&B singer from the group TLC. But what we'll talk about is why these women date these guys and how these guys get to fuck these hot women and all of these things. But you don't know the backstory. Much of these end in disaster. All right. And dudes will be like, these guys don't have to pay to get all the hot chicks. All right. But they pay on the back end. Here we go.
His is just one chapter in a larger tale of athletes seduced by sudden wealth, only to face financial ruin. Clinton Portis. At his peak, Portis was unstoppable on the field. In 2004, he signed a colossal 8-year, $50.5 million contract with the Washington Redskins, which included a whopping $17 million in bonuses. It was a historic deal, making him the highest-paid running back in NFL history at the time, a reflection of his extraordinary talent and potential. But as dazzling as his success was on the field, Portis's life off the field was equally intense, marked by extravagant spending, luxury cars, designer clothes, wild parties. Portis spared no expense. And then there was his entourage. Portis was known for rolling with a tight circle, friends and girlfriends alike, lavishing them with everything from luxury gifts to lavish vacations. For example, around 2006, it was reported that Portis was dating Chandra Davis, and then later female rapper Trina, but it wasn't long before the relationship collapsed. Well, during their short dating time, Clinton's burn rate was high, and he was splashing cash here and there to keep his high-status relationship. It was all fun and games until the bills started piling up.
So again, all men pay. All men pay. You're around these people, Trina, all these rappers, and you're around all these women that want bags and shit, and you guys think these guys don't pay. Well, they don't have to pay. Yes, they do. They pay as well. They pay. They trick heavy, especially the NFLers and the NBA. I mean, they trick heavy on these girls.
Court documents later revealed he owed $412,000 in domestic support to 4 women, a significant drain on his fortune. But it wasn't just his own spending that sank him. Portis's downfall also came from trusting the wrong financial advisors. He heavily relied on Jeff Rubin and Janesh Brambat, 2 NFLPA registered financial experts who
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
All right. And so we got the financial advisor. So most of his wealth was wiped away with the financial advisor. I think he eventually sued. Yeah. I mean, I think the cars are one expense. It's not even the biggest expense. It's the entourage. It's the financial advisors, and then it's the women. So most of these guys got wiped out by financial advisor and poor investments. Okay, so yeah, that's where the bulk of the money comes from. Then the women, and then the cars. The cars aren't that much money. I mean, if you got Andre Rison cars, that's a lot of money. All right, but yeah.
Promised him big returns. Instead, they turned his finances into a nightmare. The NFLPA later banned Brambat for running a Ponzi scheme. Rubin, meanwhile, convinced Portis to invest $1 million in an Alabama casino that was eventually shut down by regulators in 2012. Portis discovered too late that a stunning $3.1 million had disappeared from his accounts due to Rubin's shady dealings. By the time he retired in 2009, Portis's money was practically gone. Forced to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, he faced staggering debts that included $390,000 owed to the IRS, $287,000 to the MGM Grand, and $170,000 to the Borgata. Shocking.
And by the way, it also is the IRS and then gambling. I mean, this is where most of these monies go if they don't take care of it.
He even owed $500,000 to his own mother. Yeah.
Damn. And you owe $500,000 to your own mom. All right. I wonder what that was about. That was pretty shady.
Somehow, Portis found a way forward. He became a regular guest on former teammate Chris Cooley's radio show and co-hosted a weekly Redskins TV show, embracing a quieter, more grounded life. But he wasn't the only NFL star to face financial ruin. The next athlete is another one whose generous spirit and high-rolling lifestyle would ultimately lead to a devastating financial downfall. Vince Young. As a star NFL quarterback, Young was swept into a whirlwind of fame and wealth, living out a high-flying lifestyle with friends and romantic interests at his side. But the very generosity that made him a hit off the field became the downfall of his financial game plan. Young's spending was legendary, almost as famous as his time on the gridiron. He reportedly spent a staggering $5,000 a week at the Cheesecake Factory, which quickly became his go-to spot for treating friends to meals that might rival team dinners. And this wasn't just about grabbing a burger and a slice of cake. Also, in 2001, Vince was in a relationship with American actress Cynthia Kirchner. And what?
There you go, guys. You want to fuck with flatbacks, and you know what I mean? I know people be like, I don't know what people see in them. Flatbacks are expensive, man. I mean, they worldwide expensive. And if they think you got the money, they will spend it up. And they will suck you off and lick your balls and all of that. They will make you seem like you into another dimension. And they will open doors for you and all of that. And so she in Hollywood, flat back, little A-cup titties, all right, and she tricking the nigga off the bag. She tricking this nigga off the bag, making him think that he in the new club, Flatback Supreme out there, brothers.
Where the white women at?
Hey, white women and dudes be like, man, as soon as black men get up, the white women get interested. No, they get interested because they see that money, all right?
Where the white women at?
And they will vampires. Yep, draining the ninja. She draining his ass, all right? And she draining his ball sack paws, and she draining his bank account. She don't give a fuck, all right? She don't care. You think these girls are free and these guys get the hit for free and all that? No, there's a price, bruh. You want to be seen around and dilly-dallying around town, and you want to be up here in the big leagues, you gonna pay. These guys are paying, bruh.
Was in a relationship with American actress Cynthia Kirchner. And what do you expect when dating a high-profile girlfriend? You spend, and spend more of your money. If not on jewelry, gifts, vacations, and expensive dinners, then where else? Once, he reportedly spent $15,000 in one evening, treating his crew to shots of Louis the-themed cognac and sending them home with bottles of premium wine. Who wouldn't be tempted to splash out like this with friends and girlfriend cheering them on? Yet it seemed Young's wallet was always open, buying last-minute flights for his then-girlfriend Cynthia Kirchner and friends, making every outing feel like an occasion until
Dude, y'all gonna listen to me or what? Oh, let's fly here, let's fly there, let's fly my friends, vacation. I'll bring 2 girls. You can fuck both of them. She don't care. She just get into that bag. Get into that bag. And then when the money run dry, guess what she do? She gone.
Gotta get my bag and run.
But y'all think these guys getting them for free. Yeah, they getting prime punani, but they cost. You got to go to Mastro's, Ninja. You can't take them for cheap tacos. All right, you can't take them for cheap tacos. They ain't going for that shit. All right, they want fine wine. They want to go to motherfucking vacation places that you can't go to. Drain the ninja of his money.
his bank account felt the squeeze. But the allure of luxury was only part of Young's financial downfall.
What was it like filing for bankruptcy?
It was embarrassing when you didn't know what bankruptcy was all about after you sit down with a bankruptcy lawyer.
Behind the scenes, those he trusted with his money were less than trustworthy. Young had put his finances in the hands of his uncle and a financial advisor, but a closer look revealed forged signatures, missing funds, and a troubling trail of decisions that Young didn't authorize. When he finally teamed up with a lawyer, he saw the shocking extent of the financial wreckage. The reality check hit hard in 2013 when he was cut loose with some sobering advice after a brief signing with the Green Bay Packers. Clean all that stuff up. It was a clear warning that his career and finances needed urgent fixing. Despite making strides to take control of his finances, the damage had been done. By 2014, just 7 years after signing a $25 million contract with the Tennessee Titans, Young filed for bankruptcy. His listed assets couldn't cover his debts, which loomed between $1 million and $10 million. After Vince Young's financial downfall and the lessons learned from his struggle, another high-profile athlete faced a similar story, but with a twist. Raghib Ismail. Rocket's story is fascinating, an explosive blend of athletic success and financial blunders that kept spiraling, often at the expense of impressing those he held dear. Known for his speed and agility, Ismail's football career skyrocketed him into fame, with a landmark contract in the Canadian Football League that secured him millions. Yet, beneath the glory of his early achievements lay a pattern of risky business choices that would later become his financial undoing. What went wrong? For starters, Ismail seemed drawn to ventures that, while noble in intent, were doomed from the beginning. Among these was his attempt to launch a religious-themed amusement park, a venture as ambitious as it was financially perilous. Driven by his faith and a desire to create something meaningful, Ismail poured his wealth into the project. However, the park never opened and the funds disappeared, leaving him with a crater in his bank account, if only that were the end of the story. Time after time, Ismail became involved in ventures that seemed more about impressing and supporting those around him than about sound financial planning. Family, friends, even romantic partners.
Rocket Ismail, he was one of the first, he was kind of these guys that were too smart for himself. He actually went to the CFL out of college. Did he win the Heisman Trophy? I think he was close to winning the Heisman Trophy if he didn't win it. And then what he did was he took more money to go to the CFL. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he went to the CFL out of college. And then he came back to the NFL. I want to say he went to the Green Bay Packers, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. He might have played for the Raiders for a little bit. Is that right? Was it the Packers? I'm not sure. But he ended up saying there's more money in the CFL, and he went to go play in Toronto. Again, one of these guys that be like, I'm super smart, right? I know what to do. You can't fool me, right? He went to the CFL. Yeah, he went to the Raiders for a little bit. I thought he went to the Cowboys. I'm thinking of somebody else went to the Packers. I'm thinking somebody else went to the Packers. All right. I know he went to the Raiders and the Cowboys, but yeah, I'm thinking of somebody else. Who was the guy that returned the punt or the kickoff for the Packers? Was that Desmond Howard? I can't remember which one it was. I think I'm getting them confused. All right, so here we go right here.
The closer they were to him, the more he felt obligated to deliver for them. And when you're riding high, who stops to think, is this really wise? Romance didn't help his
Yeah, I'm thinking Desmond Howard. Sorry about that, but yeah.
finances either. Driven by love and the need to shower his partners with grand gestures, Ismail spent lavishly on vacations, jewelry, and gifts. But can love really be bought? For Ismail, while heartfelt, these investments in relationships only compounded his financial strain, stacking up bills that began to dwarf his income, and all the while, he maintained the image of a successful, thriving athlete. In recent years, he has openly reflected on these mistakes, hoping others can learn from his missteps. He's a testament to resilience, using his own financial fiascos to teach younger athletes the importance of planning, humility, and knowing when to say no, both to others and sometimes to oneself. But he wasn't the only football star whose fortunes took a surprising turn after the final whistle blew. Another football legend faced a similarly turbulent financial path, though his challenges came not from failed ventures or lavish gifts, but from the high costs of personal upheaval following retirement.
I'm going to skip this guy because I don't know who that is. All right. Let me skip him. All right. He ain't getting no love for me right here. Let's go ahead and skip him. I know you like, don't skip the ninja. All right. Chris McAllister right here for the Baltimore Ravens is the next guy right here.
Life and finances. Chris McAllister. Born in 1977, McAllister's athletic talent was undeniable. His high school and college years were a prelude to greatness, as he earned a scholarship to the University of Arizona, where he became a standout cornerback. In 1999, his hard work paid off when he was drafted 10th overall by the Baltimore Ravens. From the moment he stepped onto the field, McAllister made an impact. His speed, agility, and defensive instincts set him apart as one of the NFL's top cornerbacks. His stellar performance earned him 3 Pro Bowl selections and a Super Bowl ring in 2001. But while McAllister's career was thriving, his personal life was unraveling, setting the stage for his financial downfall. With fame came the allure of a lavish lifestyle. McAllister indulged in every luxury the NFL paycheck could buy: expensive cars, mansions, and nights of excess. But behind the glitz, financial mismanagement was quietly brewing. The distractions of his high-profile life masked the reality of his growing financial obligations. And then came the child support battles. This was after his ex-wife Marlene filed for a divorce after being married to McAllister for only 13 months. Monthly child support claims of $11,000.
13 months. Damn. He was married for 13 months and got alimony.
Gotcha, bitch.
Was it a white girl? That sounded like a white girl. All right, man. Y'all, I'm telling you, Travis Hunter better watch this video. 13 months marriage. Not my girl. We gonna be in it. I trust her. I believe her. 13 months. It said, gotcha.
Gotcha, bitch.
Shit. And now we got child support. Of course, $11K a month. $11K a month in child support. That child support gonna wipe your check clear off. Because them checks come in heavy and fast. Pause.
Added to his mounting debts. As his career began to wind down, McAllister found himself trapped in a cycle of legal battles and financial instability. Despite earning millions, he was unable to keep up with his obligations. In 2009, his once promising career spiraled into a public scandal. Reports surfaced that McAllister, now struggling to pay off tens of thousands in child support, had moved back in with his parents, a stark contrast to the luxurious life he once enjoyed.
Y'all think this is a game? Y'all think this is a game? You played in the NFL, Super Bowl champ, $1 million contract, and you moved back in with your parents. Y'all think this is a game? It could happen to y'all, man. It could happen to me. I mean, it happened to me. I already lost my hundreds of thousands of dollars. I ain't never going back to no marriage. Fuck that shit. Or having no kids. If I do, it's an accident, right? But when we talk about all men pay, all men pay. It's your front end or the back end. How you want to pay. How do you want it? How does it feel? Bruh, you went from on the field on Sundays, millions of dollars, to living with your parents. Dude, that's how cold the game is. That's how cold this dating, romantic game is. And these women get in there, 13-month marriage, and she said, that'll be enough. Did that, got my babies, and dipped on that ninja.
Gotta get my bag and run.
and guess what? When her child support was due, she wanted that money, and he couldn't pay the money. Instead of going to jail, he had to move in with his parents. All right, that's a cold game.
How did it all go wrong? The very lifestyle that defined McAllister's fame also became the root of his financial demise. Could more careful financial planning have saved him from this spiral? After all, how many stars fall before realizing that without a solid foundation, even the brightest career can crumble? Chris McAllister's path shows how fame and fortune can quickly turn from blessing to burden when unchecked spending and personal obligations begin to pile up. And he wasn't alone. Another NFL star also found himself caught in the same trap, only to face a different set of financial challenges that would ultimately bring him to his knees. Deuce McAllister. For years, McAllister, a star player for the New Orleans Saints, seemed to be living the dream, enjoying the perks of fame and wealth. But behind the scenes, he made financial decisions that would ultimately lead to bankruptcy. Why? To keep up appearances, impress, and provide for those close to him. McAllister's well-known generosity became both his signature and his Achilles heel. Friends, family, and even distant connections turned to him for support. And with an NFL star's salary, he rarely said no. Who wouldn't want to help those they love? Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is why I act the way I act. I'm like, nah, and ain't nobody getting shit off me. Right? Family, can I borrow $1? Nope. Can you take me out? Nope. Can you go on vacation? Nope. All right, I already know. Nope. I ain't giving nobody. Nope. All right, you stingy, you selfish. Yeah, because they gonna come out with their paw out. You know what I mean? You know, let me help you out. I got a business plan. I'm gonna open a car wash and a barbershop. No. Fuck your car wash. Right? Nope, family, everybody get cut off.
Yet, each act of kindness became another brick in a wall of growing financial burdens. The tipping point came with his investment in car dealerships, a business venture that was supposed to be his golden ticket after football. Instead, these dealerships became financial quicksand, particularly during the late 2000s economic crash. Were these ventures driven more by sound financial planning or the pressure to secure his legacy? Perhaps a bit of both. To complicate things, McAllister's romantic life with his wife had a role in his financial strain, with relationships marked by extravagant gestures, high-end vacations, and luxuries that added up fast. Who doesn't want to impress their loved ones? But in McAllister's case, the need to maintain this upscale lifestyle spiraled out of control.
All men pay. Guys, you will swear up and down you don't pay, and the athletes don't pay, and Chad Tyrone don't pay. And he trying to keep up and upgrade a woman. he upgrading a woman. You know, I got to give her this. I got to treat her right. I got to give her this. I got to buy her big bouquets of flowers. I got to give her the suburban house. I got to do this. Ninja, you can live by yourself, chilling, playing football. But now, you know, the wife need a better diamond marine. She need a better set. And she just milking you, Ninja. Pause. Milk it, milk it, milk it. Milking your monkey ass. Vacations, all that shit. And you ain't even getting your duck sick on the balcony.
Leaving him struggling to keep up appearances and eventually to keep up with creditors. By the time 2009 rolled around, McAllister's once glorious NFL salary couldn't stem the tide of debts piling up around him. Bankruptcy filings revealed the extent of his troubles, surprising fans who had seen him as the very image of success. For McAllister, confronting the realities of his choices was a humbling and likely heartbreaking moment. After all, even the most giving heart can be drained if the wallet isn't up to the challenge. For McAllister, the strain of his financial choices ultimately led to a sobering downfall, but he wasn't alone. Across the NFL, even the most seasoned players were not immune to financial pitfalls. The next athlete, a former force on the field and a family man off it, soon found himself in similar waters. Luther Ellis.
I don't know him.
Known for his prowess on the field with the Detroit Lions, Ellis raked in nearly $11.6 million between 2000 and 2004. But despite this substantial income, financial security proved as elusive as a Super Bowl ring. Ellis, like so many others, thought himself immune to the money troubles that plagued lesser prepared athletes.
Yep, I'm immune to it. Travis Hunter, I'm immune to it. My girl different. We love each other. So people are trying to warn Travis Hunter, man, you got a bad one. She already bad already. She's already bad and you ain't even in the league yet, bruh. All right, I'm immune, not me. All right, I don't pay. My girl love me. My girl different.
He ignored the Lions' financial literacy programs and dove headfirst into risky investments, including real estate and tech ventures. Sadly, these bets went bust, leaving him deep in debt with little to show for it. As if these failed investments weren't enough, Ellis also had significant family responsibilities weighing him down. A father of 11 children, 5 biological and 6 adopted, Ellis...
Bruh, 11 kids. These dudes get money and start doing some wild shit. And of course it's Utah, so they adopted. All right, so he must be Mormon. He must be Mormon. This is what Mormons do up there in Utah. All right, they adopt kids. You see, they adopt a Negro back there. He probably could play football too. All right, he probably went to BYU or Utah. I know the dad did. 11 kids. You know this divorce about to get his ass.
Children, 5 biological and 6 adopted. Ellis was not only managing a large household, but also paying multiple alimonies. That's a tall order for anyone, let alone someone already on shaky financial ground. How could he have kept the ship steady? His debts only continued to mount, made worse by high mortgage payments on homes in Michigan and Utah, unpaid taxes and credit card bills. The final blow came when Ellis and his wife Rebecca had no choice but to file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Their $1,038 million in assets, including an NFL pension and a modest annuity, stood in stark contrast to their staggering $4.4 million in liabilities. Among their listed assets was a woman's Rolex, a small but painful reminder of past luxuries now beyond reach. The experience was humbling, to say the least. Here was a man who had once been celebrated for his generosity and dedication to his community, now reliant on that same community to help pay the bills and put food on the table. Churches and friends stepped up, offering Ellis aid during his darkest hours, a testament to his character, but also a somber reminder of the precariousness many athletes face when the spotlight fades. If anything, Ellis's missteps may inspire others to make informed choices and seek out sound financial advice before it's too late. As daunting as Ellis's financial missteps and family responsibilities were, his story is far from unique in the world of high-profile athletes. The next athlete, a football legend who, despite career earnings tallying up to a staggering $80 million, found himself entangled in financial turmoil all the same. Terrell Owens. Here's a man who, after earning a staggering $80 million in his NFL career, saw his fortune dwindle, proving that fame and wealth don't always come with financial wisdom. Owens' story is a cocktail of mismanaged money, high-profile relationships, and a lifestyle that burned through cash as if it were endless.
Somebody said he played for free. All these ninjas play for free. Right? At the end of the day, they play for free. Like at the end, they got nothing left of it. And my goodness, all they got is experience and stories at this point.
went wrong. For starters, Owens trusted the wrong people with his fortune. He later admitted, "They just basically stole from me," pointing to advisors who mismanaged his wealth. It's a tale as old as sports stardom itself. Athletes lean on professionals to handle their wealth, only to realize too late they've been taken for a ride. But this isn't where the story ends. Then there were the relationships. Known for his string of high-profile romances, Owens' love life came with serious financial baggage. He spent money on jewelry, gifts, and expensive vacations.
But they don't pay. Oh man, these girls hypergamously go to these guys because they got money. But these guys don't have to pay. But they lavishing them on gifts. All right, honey, I need this. Rolex, purse, bag, trips, vacations.
And when you do the math with the number of women he dated, that's a good portion of his earnings that went to each and every woman. For instance, during his entire career, he dated Lisa Leslie, Vivica Fox, Sana Lathan, Candace Cabrera, Felicia Terrell, Jessica White, Serinda Swan, Keita Williams, Rachel Snyder, and Kip Force.
All men pay. Look at all of that pussy that he had, and everybody probably was jealous. He got the baddies. He got the baddies, and he get girls in their prime, and they just raping the ninja. All right, and all he got is the ghost of Punani past. All that peace leave done dried up. All that peace leave done dried up. All right, and he can't tap into no more of that peace leave. No more of that peace leave is available to him.
Relationships. Known for his string of high-profile romances, Owens' love life came with serious financial baggage. He spent money on jewelry and expensive vacations. And when you do the math with the number of women he dated, that's a good portion of his earnings that went to each and every woman. For instance, during his entire career, he dated Lisa Leslie, Vivica Fox, Sana Lathan, Candace Cabrera, Felicia Terrell, Jessica White, Serinda Swan, Keita Williams, Rachel Snyder, and Kip Force. As a result, he fathered several children with these women, which led to jaw-dropping child support obligations. Imagine paying nearly $50,000 each month. That's not just a dent, it's a crater in anyone's finances, and Owens was no exception. This, combined with other expenses, started to send his bank account into a tailspin. But Owens wasn't just spending on child support, no. He had a taste for the good life. One of his grand purchases was a mansion in Georgia, a symbol of his success that later slipped through his fingers in a foreclosure. Can a lifestyle of mansions, jewels, and extravagant gifts really be sustained in an athlete's career? For Owens, the answer was a resounding no. The next story belongs to a quarterback once admired for his prowess on the field, but who, like Owens, found himself caught in a financial whirlwind after his NFL career ended. Bernie Kosar. Once a celebrated quarterback, Kosar faced a financial storm that many athletes dread, the precarious life after professional sports. His journey from NFL glory to financial ruin is a cautionary tale of how quickly fortunes can shift. The first hints of trouble came in 2009 when Kosar filed for bankruptcy. His debt was a jaw-dropping $19.5 million, a figure that wasn't just a result of failed business moves. Among his creditors was his ex-wife, whose financial demands from their divorce settlement had been a significant weight on Kosar's wallet after paying $3 million. The ongoing obligations to her added layers to his debt pile, revealing the hidden toll personal relationships can take on finances.
All men pay. All men pay. So he's had really, his family did him dirty. All right. So now we got the ex-wife trying to get after the pockets. All right. But it gets even worse. All right. But the ex-wife is like, I don't care if you ain't playing no more football. Give me my money. Bitch better have my money. Right? Bitch better you end up being the bitch. Pay me my money. Pay me what you owe me. You're like, I ain't got it. She like, bitch better have my money. All right? At the end of the day.
Isn't it ironic how the very people you support can sometimes end up as financial roadblocks?
Yep.
Kosar's business ventures didn't help matters either. He invested heavily in real estate, a sector that seemed promising at the time but would soon collapse. As the market tumbled, so did Kosar's investments, turning what were once promising assets into enormous liability.
See, all you got to do is you buy an apartment building. You buy up all this real estate. Don't do the numbers. Don't do the math. All right. The economy ain't going to crash. Real estate is always appreciated. So what you do is you buy all this real estate and you be rich forever. That's what they tell you. All these internet gurus. All right, with the horrible mindset. Just buy up all this real estate. Just gobble up all the deals, and this shit gonna appreciate. And there's always a bad market. There's always gonna be a bad market, tough times where you're gonna have to pay mortgage notes on vacant properties. You better be ready. This happens to everybody. All right. And so if you have the money to pay for the vacancies, you're good. Okay. When you can't sell a bitch, you can't sell a house and make it liquid. You fucked. All right. Yep. Trying to do the Section 8 shit. Just how you get rich off Section 8. You're going to need 100 Section 8 properties. All right. And you're going to be suing 20 of your tenants per month. You're going to be suing 20 Section 8 tenants per month out of 100 properties. I'm just guessing. Then you got to upkeep and all that shit. This is all stuff that people say, oh, just do this and you'll be good and write it off on your taxes. And they go overboard. They let somebody else run it, and you're going to hear who ran it for them. And then they take your money. All right? They take your money when you ain't looking.
Even a Tampa bank that financed these ventures landed on the list of creditors, illustrating just how far-reaching his financial problems were becoming. But Kosar wasn't just investing in real estate, he was also investing in people. Known for his big heart, he often lent money to friends and family, never thinking twice about it. While admirable, these generous gestures only added to his financial strain. How could someone with such noble intentions end up in such a bind? The story takes another twist with Kosar's role as CEO of the Cleveland Gladiators. His commitment to the team added yet another layer of financial responsibility, even listing his old boss as a creditor. To top it off, he owed his beloved Cleveland Browns $1.5 million, the very team that had once been his pride and joy. As Kosar's struggles continued, his story became a powerful reminder that
talk about playing for free. When you retire, you owe the team you played for money.
Oh, the humanity.
How you retire and then the team be like, yeah, give me some money back. Friends, family, because people talk about cars. Cars are, if you got 34 cars, yes. All right, 2 or 3 cars, not so much. These cars don't amount to maybe $400,000. All right, of all of this money. All right, there's only so many cars. Now, if you buying 34 cars, ridiculous. Okay, but the cars are the smallest thing, but people look at it. Oh, you bought cars and you bought man. Compared to the rest of the shit, cars is the smallest goddamn thing on the line. All right, but now friends, families, your own boss, your father, your ex-wife, the dating, extravagant gifts, vacations with these people, taking your family out, loaning money to your friends and family, they don't pay it back. Cooked.
Financial challenges after sports are not unique to him. Just as Kosar's life after the NFL turned tumultuous, another legendary quarterback would find himself facing a different but equally daunting set of hurdles. Dan Marino. Known for his legendary career as the Miami Dolphins quarterback, Marino was idolized for his skill, tenacity, and of course, his record-breaking arm.
By the way, when you start going broke, the cars are the first thing to go. All right, the wife stay last. All right, so when you start going broke, you do start trying to sell them cars, mostly at a loss.
But like a perfectly thrown pass intercepted at the last second, Marino's off-field ventures veered wildly off course, leaving him grappling with a significant financial and personal setback that nearly reshaped his life. The story begins with Digital Domain Media Group, an innovative company that once dazzled the entertainment world with groundbreaking visual effects for films like Titanic and Transformers. They even wowed the public with a lifelike hologram of Tupac Shakur at Coachella, an accomplishment that skyrocketed their stock price. Investors like Marino were understandably impressed by Digital Domain's allure as its shares hit a promising $9.20. Enticed by this promise, Marino took a major financial leap, acquiring shares valued at a whopping $14.5 million. The former quarterback was all in, hoping to secure a future as dazzling as the movie's Digital Domain helped bring to life. However, as every football fan knows, even the best laid plans can go horribly wrong. Just 10 months after going public, Digital Domain filed for bankruptcy in September 2012, blindsiding Marino and other investors. Overnight, the value of his shares plummeted to a disheartening 55 cents each, slashing his investment to under $900,000, a brutal $13.6 million loss. For anyone, even an NFL legend, that
Sheesh. Goodness. It's tough out here, guys. mean, you just moving monies and shit. Good Lord, have mercy. 10 months later, got the rug pulled, and they skedaddled off with your money, Ninja. All right, they took his damn money. God dang, man. It's hard to trust anybody out here, bruh.
Kind of hit is devastating. It seemed the digital dream Marino invested in had turned into a costly nightmare, forcing him to face a financial reality far from the glory days of his career. But there was more than just money on the line. Around the same time, Marino's personal life faced a shock of its own. The quarterback's secret extramarital affair had come to light, leading to a complex web of settlements, child support payments, and strained family relationships. The financial impact of his decisions weighed heavily on Marino, who now had not only investment losses to recoup, but also a family to hold together amidst the newfound scandal. As with Digital Domain, Marino's personal entanglements turned out to be a costly gamble with consequences that went beyond numbers. His dual downfall, financially and personally, casts a different light on Marino's legacy. How could someone so masterful at orchestrating plays on the field fumble so disastrously in his investments and personal life? Was it overconfidence, a desire to keep up appearances, or simply the allure of high-stakes ventures? Marino's story is a clear reminder that even the mightiest heroes are not immune to the vulnerabilities of ambition and personal indiscretion.
All right, so there it is right there. So he had the, I remember when the Secret Baby came out, and dude, man, you know, it's tough out here. There's nothing out here for free, guys. You think these guys are getting free? Most of the time they get free peace leave. It only takes one woman. Listen to me. It only takes one woman to make you pay for all of that free punani you got. Okay, so you're getting it for free from one woman here, one woman there, one woman there. But guess what? All right, you run into the wrong woman, one wrong woman, and she will wipe your ass out. One woman. Let me see if I can get the Dan Marino child support on the outside kid. All right, so he had to admit, and he was working for CBS Sports. He had to admit that he did father an outside kid. Let's see here. His wife had been together for almost 30 years, 6 kids, but then he had 1 or 2. How many kids? 1 kid outside of his marriage. Man, that probably ripped this shit to shreds. See, did he get divorced? What's the child support amount? It was a love child. Oh, he banged an assistant at CBS Sports. Damn. A woman you love, a woman you worked with. A woman you work with. Damn, fam. That is cold-blooded. Did he get divorced? Is he still married? He's still married. All right, so she stayed with him. He paid several $1 million to the woman outside kid. Several $1 million. That's all I got. He paid that woman millions of dollars to keep the child's birth a secret from his wife. Ninja. So this ain't the child support order. He had the baby, and then it wasn't discovered until, it says the baby was had in 2005. They didn't discover it until the child was 7, 2013, and he had been paying her millions to keep it quiet. Sheesh. Fuck. Man, gentlemen, all men pay. You gonna pay on the front end. We all pay in the middle. And the back end is the heaviest cost. All men pay. You paid on the back end. One woman will make you pay for all the free punani you had. And paid her to be quiet, and it still came out. You was going, how long you think you're gonna keep that up? Just being like, oh, this kid is gonna be a secret. My goodness, man. Man, let me get to these super chats. Thanks for being patient. Sheesh. Man, we need some education. These men are, protect your seed, protect your meat. Him said, shout out to the coach. All right, we got 2003 pimps, coach. You know, real pimps is right here. It's not 2003. Stop glorifying pimps. It's trash behavior. Hey, but Abel says, I must say, my dear coach, the unspoken truth is that black boys experience the most child abuse in the country. The majority committed by female relatives. In my work, I see some of the most abominable things towards children. It is a big reason why we're damaged. I wish I can go in on that. Yes. Truthful. So this is kind of why things happen the way it is. Tranisha, I don't know how you argue with men that don't pay. Their girl is the type that have 2 baby daddies and never get a Valentine's Day card. Didn't you tell a story like that one time? All right, for sure. I did the whole, I sent a Valentine's flowers and she didn't tell me because it was anonymous. But yeah, these dudes right here will swear up and down. He says men don't pay. He says their girl is the type to have 2 baby daddies and not never have get a Valentine's Day card, for sure. I mean, okay. Shout out to Rodney says my ex-wife told me the same thing. I wasn't really her type early on. At Thanksgiving 6 years ago, speaking to her aunt 2 years later, her respect went left. I filed divorce after 2 years. Just like that. Okay, so it happens. A woman, I believe if a woman says she's not your type, but you won her over, it's a wrap. Tradicia is trying to say men don't, there's some men that don't pay. All right, 2 baby daddies and never get a Valentine's Day card. All right, one thing we have to understand is if just because he's not giving you a card, just because he's not paying for gifts and these type of things, and Tranisha, I don't know where you live, but you sound like you live around a bunch of ninjas. All right, that's just so I'm gonna say that.
Ninjas. As if we didn't have enough problems in this city.
All right, you sound like you live around a bunch of pookies and shit. Please tell me about what region of the world you live in. But yeah, all right, them pookie ass niggas never amount to anything. They gonna find a way. These ninjas, the same thing as Pookie. Pookie don't have to pay. Pookie ends up shot and killed, all right, by 25. He has a 70% chance of getting shot and killed by 25. All right, how many Pookies do you know that made it to 40? Right, all these baby daddy niggas, these niggas end up dead or in jail. All right, you gonna pay. All right, them ninjas end up dead. Them ninjas end up shot splatted on the first 48 hours. All right, so listen, if you want to be Pookie in Memphis, you're going to end up skitty popped or in prison or jail. Like, you're going to end up jumping a judge and getting 58 years. Like, you pay in that way, right? There's a way you pay, right? The niggas that's multiple baby daddies, they end up janitors at best with no teeth. All right, so I don't know. I can't deal with ninjas like that. Shout out to our brother here. No government name, coach. Notice how all of them have relationships in common as a part of their downfall. I'm so thankful for learning female nature, the heartbreaks that got me here. He says, don't compare to these men losing everything. I mean, how do you like to see $50 million just dry up? Dry up. Shout out to Rodney talking about his wife said I wasn't his type. You wasn't my type early on. She married you. Divorce. 2 years later. Like, no way. We have to be a little bit smarter when it comes to this idea of marriage, right? We always think, and trust me, I was right along with everybody, that my girl is different. Like, I get it, man. And I haven't had this type of loving connection in a long time because I don't need it. Well, trust me, it ain't something that I pursue. But dude, you're in love, your nose wide open, and she say the right thing. You know, she letting you nut inside of her. She might even be slurping your salami, right? Sucking down your kids. And you're like, nothing can go wrong. We never argue. We never fight. We're goofy together. We like each other. And it's ebony and ivory. And, you know, She'll never do me wrong. She said she'll never do me like that. She don't understand why women do their man like that. Let me tell you, young bucks. Let me tell you, young bucks. That woman is going to change. That woman's going to change. That same woman that you lovey-dovey with at 24, when she turns 34, she's going to change. That is not going to be the same woman. It's going to be a different woman. Matching PJs, the 99% chance she's going to be a different woman. And by 40, she's going to be a different woman. You give her kids, it's going to be a different woman. It is not the same woman. It is a different version of that woman. Right here. When you talk to her 10 years down the road, it will be a different woman you're talking to. That woman dies in your marriage and relationship. That woman no longer exists, especially when you marry her. She done. That woman don't exist no more. Then you gonna look up. Somebody said most people change. Exactly. But men get married hoping that their girl never changes. Women get married hoping that their man does change. Inevitably, both are disappointed, but you roll the dice hoping that she would not ever change. So you bet that that woman would stay the same. You bet that that woman would stay down. You bet $30 million, $80 million, $100 million to find the fuck out that most people change. And you gonna find out, and you don't get to know what she changed into. You don't get to know what she changed into. She just changes into who she is, and you got to accept it. Now you just like, I'm stuck with this shit. Not only that, she get fatter, uglier, depreciating asset, mole on her nose, gunts, triple flap, saggy titties, and a bad attitude. At worst. At best, she stays on point. She does your job. She takes care of her kids, and she looks out for your best interest. That's what you hope. That's what you hope. She's going to change. And you don't know what she gonna change into. She can turn into a feminist. She can turn into a loving, doting wife. She can be down for you. She can turn into a career woman. She can say, fuck the kids. She can go out into the streets and go to girls' nights out. You don't know what you gonna get. It's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you about to get. She could get liver damage, sick, lose her health, go blind. All right, you don't know what the hell about to happen. You don't have any control over that. Yep, she gonna grow a mustache and 3 chin hairs and a mole on her nose with 3 hairs coming out left. Don't you still love me? You don't know what the hell this woman gonna morph into. And you just gambled everything, your entire future, on the mystery woman. What she changes to, you're like, all right, what this bitch gonna morph into? 8 years, 9, 10 years down the line. You're like, Nick, crapped out. And you bet millions and millions and millions of dollars. Not my girl. She gonna be forever like this. No, she ain't. I can guarantee you what she's looking like right now, it ain't gonna look like that 5, 10, 15 years down the line. It ain't. That's just a fact. He said a bad hip. You don't know what she about to do. And if she just want to dig her heels into the ground and be a stubborn mule, you're stuck with it. Now, the ladies have a different perspective of their husband. You can share it on your own channel. But that is the real. So I'm here to tell you, man, the women I knew in their 20s are not the same women in their 40s. They're not. They're completely different women. And matter of fact, ladies, I always challenge you of this. If you think I'm lying, if you're a woman over the age of at least 32 years old, you're at least 32, would you, first of all, do you even look like the 22-year-old version of yourself? That's a no. That's going to be a no. So the looks, you don't even look the same. And don't tell me you look better. But let's then ask you this. Would you listen to the 22-year-old version of yourself at 32? Ladies, 40, you're at least 32 years or older. Would you listen to anything your 22-year-old version would say to you right now and speak into your life? Answer that. Answer that. You're 32, 42, 52. Would you listen to the 22-year-old version of yourself? Would you go back and be like, hey, 22-year-old version of myself, tell me how to deal with life right now? The answer is no. So why are men listening to 22-year-old women and gambling with their life force, their seed, and their NFL contracts? Why are they listening to this broad? Why? This is who he's listening to, the 22-year-old version of herself that don't know shit about life. She can barely wipe her ass clean, and she will sit up there and make this ninja pay for his life. $60, $80, $100 million. Answer that. That's why it don't make no sense. That's why I'm trying to be logical here. All right, shout out to our brother Rodney here. All right, let me get to these cash apps because y'all out here litty. All right, we got our brother here. OB Trice says, keep teaching class. We need to learn. We got time today. Dotto says, CGA, do you provide dope? He says, do you provide dope enough other content? Do you provide dope enough other content? I'm not sure. Is that a question? I think you meant do you? I do. I'm not sure. Shout out to our brother Show Off says the Jazz Kyle Flipowski's gonna marry his babysitter. All right, yep. And apparently his family's not happy about it. I Need Money says win the Super Bowl and drive off in a Hyundai like Kanye said. And T.O. and Lisa Leslie, I didn't know that. Them long legs got me starving. And you. And he says, oh, that's the wrong sound effect. Shout out to you. And he says, if it flies, floats, or fucks, they say lease it. Wrong sound effect again.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
If it flies, floats, or Fs, just lease it. I found that out. I figured that out. I live by that principle. If it flies, floats, or fornicates, just lease. All right, if a woman came to me and said, Coach, I'll be the woman in your life. I'll be the woman of your dreams. I'll take care of you. I'll clean up after you, cook, all of that shit. Just let me move in your house. No. It's just cheaper to lease them by the moment. Right here. Any of these guys' ego will make you think, well, I could get women to do this for me. All right. Oh, really? You can? That's interesting. How many women have you got to do this for you? I've had 5 women help me build and cook and clean. Oh, you had 5. You had 5? Interesting. At the same time? No. You've had 5 at different points of your life. My question is, where are they now? Where are they now? Oh, you know, where are those women now? Where they at? Oh, they're not with you anymore. Exactly. Why they not with you no more? You gave them their walking papers. They left you. You broke up with them. She pulled up lame. What happened? Ninjas will swear up and down, oh, I'll be out here and I'll be getting girls to build with and I'll be getting girls to help me about, okay, where they at? Are they still with you? The answer is no. Shut your ass up, ninja. Shut up. They gone. And you had to train another one up like a goofy ass ninja. And then she gone. The hell you talking about? All right. Anyway, Kata says, though the NFL is the number one sport in America from a financial standpoint, baseball and basketball pay more on average and are less dangerous physically. After I saw what the Mets are going to pay Juan Soto, I had to ask myself, why choose football? Football is still, baseball is not a sport that you can just jump into. You got to be pretty talented. And them baseball people play baseball for life. Like, they're lifers. And the entry barrier for the United States baseball is pretty high, right? You got to get on pony, little league, T-ball, and typically parent, and you got to be an involved parent. You got to be sitting out there. My son played baseball for T-ball for a year. I said, fuck that shit. All right. It's slow. You outside. It's windy, hail, rain, storm, equipment, bats, bat bags, balls. You got to be out there warming up and shit. All right. The Latinos got baseball on lock at this point. Venezuelans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans. All right. And they play baseball with motherfucking bottle caps in the stick. All right. Y'all ain't got nothing on it, bro. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. In basketball, you got to have long arms down to your kneecaps and be fast and run like a gazelle at 7'8". All right, 7'8" and shoot 3-pointers. So you're done with that if you're 5'7". So you're not making the league anymore, right? All right. So ninjas don't play sports like that because of the equipment barrier. All right, and it's not sexy. All right, football is sexy, basketball is sexy, baseball is not sexy in the black community anymore. All right, so as a result, ninjas don't pursue it, right? I always used to tell ninjas, play soccer and volleyball, right? Not to say that they're easier sports, I'm just saying, but the reason they don't play it, because it ain't sexy. I don't want the bitches to know I'm playing soccer and lacrosse. It's not that the sport is easier, I'm just saying they won't play anything but basketball. They won't play, and basketball is cheap to play. Relatively. I mean, the biggest expense will be gym time, gym rental. All right, but the expense to play baseball, just making a uniform, is expensive. Just getting a uniform and equipment and cleats and shit like this and baseball lessons and shit like that. All right, nah, ninjas ain't paying that. They're just going to take the cheapest alternative. And I'm telling you this as a man with 40 plus years of experience on this earth. What I know about black people, they're going to take the cheapest route. That's the answer to everything. Okay? That's the answer. Whatever the cheapest, they're going to do it. Right. So as a result, they then pigeonhole themselves into cheap. They go, cheap, what's the cheapest? What's the best deal? What's the cheapest? All right. And then when they continue to do that and they can continue to get the same results over and over again, they'll realize, now, yep, we don't need all that. They don't need all that. They don't need all that. And then sooner or later, 20 years later, you come up and you ain't got shit to show for it. Nothing to show for it. You ain't had a tutor. They don't need tutors. You ain't go to Kumon. They don't need Kumon. All right. They don't need bats. They don't need knee braces. They don't need ankle braces. They don't need gym time. They can practice outside. They don't need basketballs. Ninja, you just out there with no rim. Like, all right, let me catch my shit. All right, let me see here. Meanwhile, the baseball, it's going to be hard to beat the Latinos at baseball at this point. You ain't beating the Latinos in baseball. All right. They about to be baseball. They wake up playing baseball. Right here. They wake up baseball. All right. I like it to hear. All right. I can't even do the accent, the Sammy Sosa. Baseball treat me very, very well. Them ninjas don't even speak English. Be out here like, all right, you ain't beating. Ninjas ain't beating them. Ninjas look like black American ninjas out there. You be like, look at that black man play baseball. Shit, he look like Jackie Robinson out there. All right, the little young Jackie Robinson. Look at these brothers out there running around the bases. Look at these ninjas stealing bases. All right, look at that black man. All right, shout out to him right there. All right, oh shit, he the MVP of the game. All right, here we go right here. Let's get the interview. Next to him, an interpreter. Who the interpreter, ninja? All right, interpreter. We're gonna interview him right here, and he had a 1 game, and he did good. All right, the interpreter turned to his ass like, "Como estás, ustedes?" All right, here we go right here. And que onda, que pasa, and que hora es. The baseball been very, very good to me. You're like, hold up. I thought that was a ninja. He don't know no English. Like, what the fuck? It's it's literally five black players in the whole league. It's 5 black American players in the whole baseball league. So anyway. All right, shit. You like, damn, ain't no ninjas in the league. All right, Mookie Betts. You can name them all on one hand. All right, let me see here. Yep, me no black poppy. They like, where he from? Atlanta? Nope, Venezuela. Shit. Venezuelan ninjas playing baseball. Me no speaking no English, and me no black poppy. Me Spanish. Poppy. Papacito. But they playing like ninjas, running around the base. All right, anyway. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy out here, man. So baseball is not a ninja sport. Not a black American sport. It used to be. Not anymore. All right, my great-grandfather played in the Negro Leagues. So, right here. Shout out to our brother here. Caitlin says, athlete divorces are the worst of the high-profile relationships. Unlike being a musician or an actor, athletes have a shorter shelf life in their career. The wives are used to these guys being on the road and constantly training, so when their husband careers end, the money isn't the same, so they will leave more often than they stay. Most divorces happen when the athlete retires. Absolutely. All right, most women divorce their husbands when the athletes retire. All right, Kevin Garnett is an example of that. They'll wait right to the last contract, get the max contract, right when the knees go bad, divorce. Shout out to our brother Demetrius, says Terrell Owens' story is pathetic because he had a deadbeat father who had a bunch of baby mamas. And Terrell did the exact same thing by having a bunch of kids by a bunch of different mothers. So the cycle continues, as another sister was saying there about the how black men come up. Shout out to our brother here. Demetrius says, you are right when you say black guys don't play baseball because it's not a flashy sport. I didn't know any black people who play baseball growing up. Black guys only want to do things that let them easily show off. And yep. So the crowd's going to be at the high school basketball game, right? The crowd's not going to be at high school baseball game. So, you know, a lot of people can play field positions that would make them pretty good with the skill set that they have. But instead, they might run track or take the off season off or play AAU basketball, and they'll be 5'9" point guard. Nigga ain't going nowhere, right? So, by the way, a lot of these baseball players are pretty tall as well. All right, not always, but these pitchers and a lot of these baseball players. When I lived in Southern California, Orange County was a hotbed for baseball, and a lot of these Chad ass ninjas be playing baseball. And their parents spend a heavy cost, man. Today's youth sports, again, one of these things, man, youth sports is expensive, man, especially if your kid is good. And you can get some discounts if your kid is good playing travel ball, but man, all right, youth sports is expensive. These kids, and I was a part of that. I was a trainer there. I trained athletes in every sport: basketball, lacrosse, water polo, soccer, tennis. I got the tennis training. I was training some top-ranked tennis players when I was, you know, starting to do YouTube. All right, that was what I was doing in Newport Beach. It was a hotbed. Parents will pay you $80, $100 an hour to train their kid, doing speed, agility, all right, weight training specific to their sport. But I trained a lot of kids. I started getting in with families, and those families had kids that were in high school and I was trying to get scholars. All right. I was training a lot of young athletes. All right. But my biggest ones were water polo, volleyball, basketball was not so big, but I trained a lot because I had a basketball background. Tennis. Who else did I train? Football players. I trained football, but football wasn't that big. Lacrosse and all of that. So, dude, the money is in these parents want an edge. All right. And if their kids show any powers, them suburban parents, they here, you need a trainer. You need a sprint trainer. You need a lateral trainer. You need a weight trainer. You need a tutor. They don't mess around, man. And this is where dudes will be like, man, you don't need to invest in your kids. They don't need all that. Man, there's parents doing that, especially suburban parents, because their margin for athleticism tends to be lower, right? Like ninjas are, all right, black people tend to have overpowering athleticism. I mean, overpowering, and they don't even practice. They don't even practice at all. They tend to be overgrown and long limbs and skinny and fast twitch muscles and fast. So ninja eating Doritos and Snicker bars, and they coming out dunking on ninjas. All right, so suburban parents have to take the opposite route going, okay, all right, you ain't going to be a linebacker, all right, but you can be hell on the lacrosse field. But, so they'll pay the extra money to put them in lacrosse and keep them away from ninjas. All right, because it's only 2 ninjas playing lacrosse. But there's a hell of a lot of ninjas playing football. So they're like, get on the lacrosse field, and it's less dangerous. So their margin is slimmer, so they trying to get every little advantage that they can. So they plunking down the money, and they will price your ass out. Tennis, golf, 100%. 100%. I trained some top-level junior tennis players, and my daughter was getting up there, and then she didn't want to do it anymore. But right up until high school, she played junior national tennis. And she was ranked in the state on junior national. It wasn't high rank, but she was up there. But he says most of the blacks want to be influenced. Yeah, blacks tend to play the non-helmet sports. So where you can be seen and where you can, right, be up front, bigger crowds. That's the sports they tend to trend toward. So they can be on the squad and in the uni and with the shoes on. The helmet sports tends to be people who are crazy, right? Or people that are not going to be talented enough to play in those games. So they're going to put, like, lacrosse is a helmet sport where you're not going to see their face. You can walk out there. What number is he? Football, helmet sport. So it tends to not be seen all the time. So, yeah, man, I always used to tell kids, play another sport if you're athletic. And I had this conversation before, and you guys got pissed off, right? And I'm not trying to say the other sports are easy. What I'm saying is if you're showing great athleticism, play another sport. In fact, Jim Brown, blacks in the past used to do this. All right, today's blacks don't do this, right? It's just sad. But blacks in the past did this. Wilt Chamberlain played volleyball. Jim Brown played lacrosse and was a stud lacrosse player at Syracuse. Jackie Brown played baseball and I want to say basketball and football. People did other sports that are now considered white, but these sports are like Native American sports. Lacrosse is a Native American sport. It's not so much a white sport. The Native Americans were playing lacrosse, if I'm not mistaken, and many of the Mexicans and shit like that. Like, I just think that, people don't have that priority straight when it comes to this. So, and yeah, it is what it is. Too many single moms that don't know. Right? And most of these guys that became athletic basketball players, they literally had to take them from their mothers in order for them to be good. LeBron, Kevin Durant, all of these players that as famous, a lot of them had to have coaches take them from their mothers, pick them up. The mom was like, I work second shift at the call center. I work downtown. I can't get them to practice. And the guys, the AAU coaches was like, we'll pick him up. He can come live with us. We'll drive him. Because the moms, they head up their ass a lot of times. Zion Williamson, same thing. Right? Same thing. Moms head up their ass. Now they don't need to be practicing. Why they need to go to San Francisco for a tournament? Moms head up their ass. And then they're like, do you guys realize he could be great? Great at what? Shit, I ain't paying no money. I ain't got the fee. All right, if you can put him on the team for free, put him on. Kevin Durant, they had the blind side. They literally have to go in the hood and they be like, do you know your kid is an Olympic phenom? What was the Olympic gold medalist, the black girl, the greatest of all time? Simone Biles. They had to take her. Oh, okay, man, God damn. This kid is an Olympic star. Let's they have to come in and get the nigga out the school. Like, oh, no, man, put him in a private school. Get him around them white folks. All right, you can't do nothing with this goddamn kid. God damn, here. Put him with the white folks. Am I not lying? And am I not lying? Because mama be having her head up her ass. Don't be thinking. Got multiple kids, got older kid taking care of the phenom in the house and eating Cheetos and sunflower seeds. It's like, this kid is a star. Ninja doing backflips, 8 backflips on a pissy mattress, but not on the drill team or the cheerleading team. That's your daughter. Instead, she getting fucked on the mattress at Jay-Z and Diddy's house. Instead, she could be an Olympic athlete. I mean, it's Mike Tyson, same thing. Mike Tyson. They like, you know, this nigga could be the best champion of all time? I don't know, man. Give me another hit of crack. They're like, man, take him to the Catskills. Ends up being the youngest heavyweight champion in the world. Sad facts. Sad facts. He ends up being the youngest heavyweight champion in the world by him taking him out of Brooklyn and putting him up in the Catskills. Y'all have everything right here at y'all hand. I just don't think people have vision. And really it's because people always looking for the cheap route. The answer is cheap. If it's cheap, it's the right answer. Yeah. Oh, man. Unbelievable. 100%. Shout out to Dark Side Foundation. I'm convinced that men saying they're pimps have never had more than $10,000 in any account at any time. Once you start stacking and have some capital, he says you're not even beholden to thinking that you have to accept bad behavior from women, a.k.a. cuckoldry. He says, slap these bitches, for real. Slap them. It's sad what people attest to. We want to be pimps out here. Shout out to El Santo, says something for the pot coach. Shout out to the Penguins. GOAT, rent is due, and that's a co-sponsorship. I'm rich, bitch. Somebody says Javante Davis, same thing. I mean, y'all sitting on gold mine ass kids. Shout out to Kevin Sullivan. Did you see that Megan Fox praying mantis Machine Gun Kelly? She couldn't even wait until the baby was born. She got that ninja for him. Gotcha, bitch. All right, I want to do something with Megan Fox. All right. Megan Fox is, she was in that robot movie. I need to put something on her. All right, Megan Fox still got it, I suppose. She looked good in that robot movie. All right, I think I got everybody. Let me go around one more time. And I actually had my kids in one of the most prominent Catholic schools in my area. All right, and you would know the name if I said it. If you follow high school football, you would know it. It's one of the most prominent private schools in the nation when it comes to high school football. I'm not going to tell y'all niggas where they went. All right, but this is the school I had them in, and the football. Most of the black students were football players and basketball, but most of them, their basketball team ended up having some NBA players. Certainly, some Heisman Trophy winners went to this school for football. They have several Heisman Trophy winners there, and you guys can know it, but. I put my kids in that school. Now, they both were on the sports there, but they were not the top athletes there for sure. And a lot of kids got into that school because they could play football and basketball. All right. I ain't going to confirm or deny what school it was, but it is what it is. All right, so that's where they started off. But guess who fucked it up? They mama. They mom fucked it up. Had to pull them out of the school because of their mom. All right, I was like, fucking idiot, bruh. All right, you can't help women, man. I mean, I've seen women make whole shitty decisions when it comes to their kids. Absolutely shitty. They end up having to drop out of the school. All right, and I could tell y'all the story, but it will provide more detail. But because she was trying to get me for child support for my YouTube money, she ended up getting a custody case going. It's like, you idiot. Idiot. And then I had to do what I had to do, and they end up having to get pulled out the school. It's like, it wasn't in Vegas. It wasn't in Vegas. All right, you guys, I'm not from Las Vegas. I just moved here. So it is what it is, guys. I mean, women, I've seen mothers do the absolute worst decisions when it comes to kids. All right, and I just like, you just got to sit back in awe. Thank you, KT King, big ass bitch ass ninja. All right, thank you, They will sabotage their kids at the drop of a hat for their own selfish pleasures, for their own selfish motives. And I was paying all the tuition there. She didn't have to pay any tuition. I had it all covered. And she still fucked it up. I was like, she didn't pay no money towards tuition. And she still fucked it up. I'm like, dude, you cannot put it past the baby mama terrorists to fuck their kids up. They don't care. They hate the dad, the child's father, more than they love the kids. So because I was getting all the tuition paid for and I had it all covered and I was, living high, she tried to take me back for child support. And it was really at 50-50 custody, but it ended up was trying to make some moves and move some pieces around, so she got the majority custody. Tried to take me for child support and lost. So she ended up winning a little bit of it, but she didn't get what she thought she was going to get. She was trying to get $6,000 to $10,000 a month. She ended up getting $1,200, and that was only for 10 months. I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, I've seen women do the worst shit for their kids. I mean, I don't have many good things that I've seen women do for their kids. I'm just saying, I know it's out there. But I've seen women do the absolute shittiest thing for their kid. Terrible decisions. Terrible. Right? Like what? Shout out to Big Joker ATL coach. I bet you had your left hand bending backwards with your palm up, imitating the pimps. And he says right there, that ish had me on the flow. Undisputed king of YouTube. Stand up every damn night. You get a stand-up show. Indeed. Shout out to our brother, Firehawk says both the black and white athletes go broke. Indeed, but I noticed that white athletes go broke trying to start a business. Black athletes go broke having a ton of kids by a gang of different women. That's typically how it works. Sad. Sad. Shout out to our brother here. It's KP. He says, you are a blessing to men. You saved me from an actual hell. You actually saved me from hell, fire, and brimstone. Please never stop talking. He says what Mitch call ranting. Those rants expound upon the written words from your book, which I read and read with absolute reverence. You taught me about child support, family law, and love. Shout out to our brother KP. Gary says, Coach, men don't realize the moment you tell a woman you love her, it's like you said, Order 66 from Star Wars. She then now turns into an automatic villain of your life. He says, don't do it. Especially first. Don't tell her you love her first. 100%. And we got our brother here, Ken Rose, Evening CGA. On top of everything else, you also have performance enhancer and painkillers, depending on the sport, which are other expenses. Injuries, painkillers, rehab, performance enhancing drugs. M competition coach, take us out with the Shannon Sharp post-nut grunts. All right, not on command. All right, 100%. But maybe I'll be grunting on somebody tonight. certainly tomorrow night. I don't have nothing tonight. That's why I'm going long. But, dude, telling a woman you love her gives her power. She's like, good, I got these ninjas. Shout out to No Government Name SD Coach. What's your opinion on parents that push their kids too hard? Isn't it going to help the kids in the long run? Hey, man, listen. Kids are very resilient. Kids are resilient. All right. They are actually amazing human beings when it comes to the things that they can do. In fact, you know, most of the best feats that happen in sports, entertainment, you know, ingenuity with technology are young people. All right. Pushing them too hard. I get it. You know, you don't want to live vicariously through your kid, but a lot of times they don't really know their limitations, and what you can do and what they can do are two different things. I think it is up to the parent to actually establish what the, you know, early on, at least up to age 8, maybe up to age 12, to give them opportunities and to let them know to not take that for granted and to make sure they're provided with the best opportunities they possibly have up to age 12. That means if you have to coach them and you have to tell them to get a move on and all that shit, hey, bruh, look, my goal with my kids was not to get them to like me. All right. I never had that goal. I want my kids to like me. That was never my goal. All right. But a lot of puss-ass parents, you want to be your kids' friends. All right. My goal is not to get my kids to like me. My goal is to give and show my kids options so that they have options to do what they need to do so they can be somewhat self-sufficient and not be these loser-ass kids that you're raising because they like you, but they ain't shit. Because you got a lot of weak-ass parents that you're codependent on your kid and you want your kid to like you and do all. Man, I don't need people to like me. Even when it comes to my kids, I was like, I don't need them to like me. I need them to do what I need them to do. Right? So in that, if I got to push you, I got to push you. I got to push you and show you options. And then when you get your ass out there, you are going to go and do the best you can. If you don't want to do the best, I'm going to take you off that damn field. Right? But people out here, I want people to like me. Man, dude, look, most kids respect their parents that gave them opportunities and pushed them. The kids that don't respect their parents are the kids sitting around trying to get them to like you. They end up going, damn, the fuck happened? Okay? Respect is that. And if that don't happen, well, shit, you on your own. All right, but, you know, I just don't understand this whole like thing, right? People got to like you, and who do you like? And I got to be liked, and we got to do this for people. Like, man, fuck that shit, bro. You don't like me? Big fucking deal, all right? Most people ain't doing nothing for you anyway for me to be sitting around worried about they like me. Like can only go so far. I can only do so much with like, but yeah. When your kids take on a thing, I had a rule. I had a couple of rules. If you start a sport, you're going to finish it. There's no quitting in the middle of the season. You're going to do the whole season, then reevaluate after the season. So that's the number one rule. Rule number 2, you will do an activity. I don't care if it's the band, cheerleading, drill team, soccer, lacrosse, you're going to do something. Dance, and you better do it well when you get your ass out there. Now, you don't have to be good at it, but you better give an effort. Because the minute you stop is the minute I stop putting any investment in your ass. All right? So you're going to do an extracurricular activity or you going to get a job. Which one you want? All right? That's the rules. And thank me later. End of story. All right? You guys parent. I mean, I'm telling you, I've seen parents parent. I'm not a perfect parent, but I have a philosophy, just like everything that I do. I have a philosophy and I stick with it. And I live by the sword and die by the sword. Right? I chose to have my kids not have this. I don't care about that like shit. I don't care if you're going to take care of me when I'm dying. I don't care about none of that shit. But what you ain't going to do is put no goddamn hex on my bad name. You ain't going to put no stain on my name by being a lazy piece of shit. All right? And if that's what you want to be, I'll cut my losses. All right? When I need to cut them. You going to be a lazy piece of shit bum? All right, go ahead. But it ain't going to be on my time. I ain't going to be feeding you. It ain't gonna be on mine. You could go over there and be lazy. So those are the rules. Now, some people don't parent that way, and I get it. But kids are very resilient. They're sponges, and the things that they can do with their body are feats of excellent. Even when they're doing it poorly, the fact that they can get their bodies and their brains to do what they're doing is amazing. And they get better at it and they learn from it. They also have less risk of injury compared to when you're 26 and 30, right? You get out of the bed to play basketball, you're 32, you feel it, right? You have less cartilage around the knee, right? Your bones are hard so that if you get hit in the shin, you be like, you can't recover fast. You're sore for 2 days. Kids, on the other hand, they just get on and off the field. Boom, boom, boom. They could go to 3 sports practices in one day and be tired, wake up, full of energy. So get that out of them now, right? Get them out of that now because they can never go back to that when they're older. We can't go out there at 26. We got a job and school and all of this shit and responsibilities and mortgages and rent. We ain't got time to do all of that, nor do we have the energy. But kids, all they need is some juicy juice, and they're going. They're going, so you can get so much out of them. Do not let them get away with being lazy. And if your kids are in trouble, the one thing you can do is get their ass out there running. You got energy to talk back to the teacher? Well, we got energy to run these fucking stairs. Let's go. Right? All right, you got energy to talk back to the teacher and you got all this energy to run around here fucking these strags. All right, let's run these stairs then. All right, you got time to study and run these stairs. Let's go. Run around the track, 2 mile, under 12 minutes. Get the stepping. They got energy. All right, so a lot of parents aren't pushing their kids to the limit. Much of the best shit that is happening right now is the young people. All right, the young people are changing the world. They got the mental capacity, they got the talent, they got the brain, they got also the willingness to learn. They have the willingness to learn. They have the willingness to do all of this shit. Right? They can sit up there and try. Dude, my son be building computers in this room. I walk in there like, nigga, you built the computer? Now, watch this. Tell me to go build a computer. Ninja, I don't even want to program my phone alarm. Right here. I don't even want to change my phone alarm for fear that I'm going to mess up the phone. He in there getting computer parts and building them. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? But y'all don't get the best out of your kids at all. And you're afraid to push them because you're afraid for them to not like you. Bruh, have the courage to be disliked, even by your own family members and kids. Who cares? And at the end of the day, they're going to appreciate the effort that you invested in them at some point. It may not be now. It may be later. And I'm going to tell you this. Let me tell you one more thing. If you don't do this from the beginning, good luck. Period. If you don't start off like this, don't think you're going to change it up. Because if your daughter already fat and she 9, don't think you're going to switch that shit up now. Okay, you have to have that philosophy from the beginning and live and die with it. To the point if your kid turn 18 and don't want to talk to you no more, once you send them off and drop their ass off to college, it is what it is. You're like, hey, it don't matter. I did my job. Right? I did what I was supposed to do, and I did it to the full extent. All right, but don't think then your kid 8 and 9 and 12, coach, what do I do? They lazy. That's your fault. Good luck. You're going to pay me $250 an hour to get that laziness off their ass. All right. Just telling you, man, you got to start that shit from the beginning. As soon as they come out. All right, 3rd grade, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old. They can start doing early stages of Kumon and Taekwondo. Sign them up. Sign them up. Pay the fee. All right, they can get out there and kick, and they can learn some punches and shit, and they can learn they kiat. Get them in there. Them Mexicans be had them little kids wrestling at 3. So get them on out there. But instead, you are afraid to tell them what to do. And you afraid they not going to like me. Fuck that. Who cares? That's not the goal of parenting. The goal of parenting is not get your kids to like you in the end. Trust me. That has never been the goal. In fact, I'm going to tell you, man, most parents didn't even look at their kids when they talked to them and shit unless it was necessary. Most parents didn't even talk to kids, especially fathers back in the day. A couple mistakes that we make as parents, I've heard GMB say this. I think it was GMB, Grown Man Business. We talk way too much to our kids. Way too much. You say way too much. And mothers, get the fuck out of the way when the father's doing what he needs to do. Shut your ass up when the father's talking to the kid. Don't talk to him like that, ass mom. All right, go sit down. All right, if I got to, no, smack that hand. I don't want his first words to be no. Liberal ass parents. But most parents didn't even talk. All right. They was like, look here, son. You fuck around and you do that again. You're going to have another thing coming. All right. And just walk off. Y'all just want to be like, all right, kids, let's have a family meeting. Ass ninjas. All right. Sit down, kids. We're going to get you to have a thorough understanding of how I sacrifice at work all day. And I pay all of these bills and electricity. All right. And I don't want you guys to say nothing. All right. 20 minutes later, the kids are like, oh. And you doing a lot of threatening and posturing and talking about how you sacrificing and they don't give a fuck about how much you sacrifice. Kids don't give a fuck how much you sacrifice for them. You can tell them to you blue in the face. They give a fuck about your rent. That's what you're supposed to do. They give a fuck about your 5 bus passes that you got to take per week. They don't care. I'll tell you that right now, and they ain't never gonna care. They never gonna understand what it does and what it took for you to get to what they could care less. So having that discussion with them ain't gonna solve a goddamn thing. All right, just go ahead and keep doing what the hell you supposed to do, right? And keep it pushing. All right, tell them, look, I'm gonna tell y'all what. Y'all ass is gonna be in up shit's creek. You keep doing this shit and walk the fuck off. All right. Be talking all day to your kids. They don't care. What you need to do is start unplugging Bluetooth and shit. Just unplug the motherfucker. All right. Let them figure out how to turn it back on. Unplug the Wi-Fi. You should be like, all right, niggas, all right, I see what y'all doing. Boom. Let the whole goddamn lights go off. Just be like, all right, I see y'all niggas don't want to. All right. Yeah. Fuck with that. Right here. Fuck with that now. All right, see what the hell you gonna do with that. All right. I can't finish my homework. You should have thought about that shit. Let me make sure I got all the super chats. Shout out to Dotto says monkey double backflip. CGA clean in the building. Monkey double backflips. All right. Just shut that shit off. All right. Okay. I guess you ain't gonna do your homework tonight. Should have did. Now you gonna do it in study hall in the morning when the sun come up. Yeah. Tradisha says, I was born from the most Ninjavilles of Ninjavilles. Unfortunately, I didn't choose my parents and will always be judged because of my parents. Unfortunately, single moms do have their heads up their ass, and it held me back. That's why I listen to you. Shout out to you, Tranisha. All right. Yeah, man. I'm going to tell you, conventional wisdom. Once you move out of the, I'm going to tell y'all this. All right. Best thing my mother ever did for me. She started the cycle of CGA. All right, let me tell you. The best thing my mom did is she moved me out of the hood. Okay, a lot of you guys are hooked on the hood. A lot of you guys think that the hood defined you. Best thing my mother did was move me out of the hood. She showed me that there's something else, because your family is not going to show you this. They're going to say these people have privilege and they don't understand. She moved me around them Jews, all right?
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
She moved me around them. And what they were saying to their kids and what they were providing for their kids, I was like, bruh. It was a whole new world of possibility, and it showed me. She didn't have to tell me. She didn't have to show me what they're doing. She said, just be up under them and see what happened. All right, and I saw how they was moving and shaking. I was like, oh, snap. The hood should stop defining you. The hood does not define you. In fact, the hood is not a place that you own. None of you niggas own anything in the hood. Habibi owns it. The Puerto Ricans own it. The Jews own it. The white people own it. You own nothing there. It is not your neighborhood. You're not supposed to stay there. You're supposed to get out. The whole goal of the hood is to get out. Okay? So then when you get out, you're going to learn how the rest of the world is doing it. Okay? Get up out of there so you can see what everybody else is doing that don't have their head up their ass. Are they doing everything right? No. But get up out of there. The goal is not to stay there and be defined by it or say you're there and so it gives you stripes. All right? And talk about old gang stories and knife fights that you got in. Yep, the Asians and the Koreans too. The Middle Easterns and the Indians. The Arabs. They're all doing this shit because they know this is the pathway. The hood is not something that should define your kids. And if your kids are out of the hood and they want to take their ass back there and let them stay there. Okay. So, you know, what we do, and the Nigerians, yes. But what we do is we try to hold on to this like it's a special place for us, and it's a ghetto. It is not intended to define you. And if it does, then your parents made a mistake. Okay, get out of the hood. Get out of the ghettos. Get out of the inner cities. Get out of these places. These places are nothing. Okay, they're not going to produce any success there. And if you do, they will kill you before you become extra successful. More than likely. Okay, so I don't know why people continue to celebrate it and people continue to hold it in high esteem and to try to prove that you're more black than the others. But your job is to get your kids out of the hood. Because other than that, what will happen is you'll continue to do what the hood does into your 20s and 30s and 40s, and you'll be 5, 10, 15, 20 years behind of what the middle class is doing. Am I speaking too long tonight? But it's a sad reality that we continue to have this conversation in 2024. Well, I grew up in the hood, so I'm Nah. All right, that don't give you nothing here. That don't give you no stripes. That don't give you a better upbringing, a better understanding of what it is to be black. It gives you a better understanding of what it is to mean a slave. Right? That's all it does. What it means to be a slave. These places are almost inevitably the worst places to raise your kids. It's nothing to be proud of that you saw niggas get shot at the bus stop. Well, I saw niggas get shot at the bus stop. So the fuck what? All right, so what? You saw trauma, abuse, neglect, poverty, death. Congratulations. All right, that doesn't make you a better black person, and we need to stop with that mindset. It does not make you a better black person. It makes you almost the worse at this point. Just look at the data. Just because you see that and saw that on a daily basis does not mean you're a better black person and that you did what's right to be black. Because you didn't improve the area, did you? You didn't improve it. You saw it decay further. So it did not make you better for being there. It made you worse for being there. Right? Absolute trash mindset that people have. All right, but I'm going to tell you, you can say whatever, but my mother moved me up out them neighborhoods. She moved me out of Hawthorne and Inglewood, California, moved me to Westlake Village and Agora Hills. Before everybody got out there in Calabasas. This was in the late 80s, early 90s. And I went out there with them U's.
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
And I went out there and I said, damn, they doing it different. They're doing it different. And that gave me, when people say, how did you get here? I actually saw at an early enough age, 15, what was going on. I was like, this is different. And not only that, I went over there and I didn't really try to change them. Right? That's what a lot of dudes will do there. I'm going to make these people accept me and change them into me. All right, I had a little chip on my shoulder for a little while, but then I woke up. All right. All right, but I will never celebrate degradation and death as a positive experience for me as a man. And any man doing that is literally low grade. Talking about how hood they are. Well, I'm so hood and I came back. I see YouTubers in the manosphere doing this. Well, he grew up in the suburbs, so he's different. No, ninja, nah. And I grew up in the hood, so I got better understanding for my people. Like, that is the lowest grade mindset I have ever heard, bro. Do not listen to people that tell you that. All right, that is low grade behavior. And their mindsets actually literally you got to breed that out. The ghettos don't belong to you. Cesar Quintano says, what's up, coach? I grew up in Santa Ana. He says there used to be a ghetto, a Mexican butchery across the street from a really fancy school for rich people. You got it right, sir. You already know what it is. That's where my kids went to school for show. All right, for a little bit of time. And that's a Coach sponsorship. I'm rich, man. All right, you know where it is, man. You know where it is. But yeah, man, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that shit because you want to hold on to something, but you got nothing. All right, I think I got one more, and then I'm going to get out of here for real. All right. I don't know. I think I'm going to not do an evening show. But, man, push your kids. They have an amazing resiliency. The original says, good evening, CGA. Here's a token of my appreciation for your overtime of knowledge. Shout out to you. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Coach Gang. We out of here. Peace.